We're live.
We're live. Just as we... Cashew. That is the new name, you heard it here first. Kishore has been renamed to Cashew. Anyway, welcome back to another episode of Roundtable. I'm your Dungeon Master for the night, Spencer Wilson, and I'm joined here by these lovely players to do some drinking and fighting, it seems. D&D. Before we get into tonight, I believe Mr. Ryan over here has an announcement about a very special podcast that rhymes with Arcane Recovery.
It is Parkane. We're park rangers and we do coke.
Whoa.
That escalated quickly.
It gets Glock. No,
we are a D&D show. Trust me.
We are a D&D show. Arcane Recovery. Every single Saturday, we do short rest podcasts and live D&D campaigns featuring myself as a player, the DM that you see on the screen right now as a player. Agi, that you recognize as Lugos, is going to be our dungeon master for the first season. And a few wonderful, amazing D&D content creators, influencers, and entertainers from all across the internet come together to play D&D and talk shop with us on our Short Rest podcast. We have 2 episodes of the Short Rest podcast up right now. One is up on Spotify as of last week, and we have yesterday's episode that we recorded live on Twitch going up tonight on Spotify. So if you want to catch us, what we do live, you can go to twitch.tv/Arcane Recovery Show and catch us live and interact with us. We also have a campaign starting in May. We have May 1st, a short podcast on May 1st, and followed by May 8th is our first session 1 of the campaign, which we hope to have affiliate by then, so you can change the game by using our bits plugin that we have, so you can support the stream financially so we can keep doing what we do. And also be a god, a weaver of fates, by changing the results of time and space itself by donating, supporting the stream, and changing our dice rolls because of it. Anything from adding inspiration to completely resurrecting a character from the dead and everything in between. So we hope to see you every single Saturday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. And
where can we find you? What are your social medias?
Oh my god, you can go to link.tree/Arcane Recovery, or you can check us out at Arcane_Recovery on Twitter and Instagram, and at Arcane Recovery on TikTok. Thank you.
Shameless plug over, but it was very well done. Thank you. And you heard it here first, we are managing to make Dungeons & Dragons pay to win. We are
literally,
forefront of this organization.
Pay for us to suffer. You can literally spend money just to make our lives more miserable by buffing up our enemies and or resurrecting them.
It's gonna be awful.
It can happen. It can happen. You can get to the big bad end guy, right? Evil guy, right at the end of the campaign. Someone can spend 100,000 bits and resurrect the fucker right at the end. We have to do this shit all over again. So
just between me and you, do you think we could get EA as a sponsor? I mean,
no.
That mechanism is right up what they do.
I have standards.
Okay, fair enough.
Clearly not.
Although EA does have a lot of money, so I might sell my soul for that, but we'll see.
I have standards, but if it's a lot of cash, I mean, how could you say no?
I mean, how could you say no? Yeah.
I have standards, but they vary with the amount of cash you give me. That's
That's where you're wrong, Bucko. I actually am that shallow.
Okay, we got slightly off topic there, but you heard it. Go follow Arcane Recovery, that is going to be amazing. Apart from that, we have very few announcements for the rest of the evening. Main one, as always, is our returning sponsor for the show, Describe, who, I checked their website earlier today. They have now opened their cartography pack section on the website, which offers fully made battle maps that you can go on, download, and each section of a battle map you could possibly want has beautifully made, curated descriptions made by their professional team of writers in the Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition style. So if you're curious to getting access to that and the many other items and weapons, monsters and places Describe has made professional text for to help in your DMing, head over to describe.com/Dragons of a Roundtable and use code ROUNDTABLE at checkout for 10% off any subscription you get, which I believe is a pretty good offer. And you can see their logo there. Got it right this time. But I believe with that, are we ready to begin?
We are.
Soundscape. Sorry, forgot you, because you haven't sponsored us yet, so you hadn't actually at the bottom of our list.
Hey, they followed us.
They followed us on Twitter. Thank you, Sirenscape, online outreach person. I made a meme, you followed us. It's appreciated. But thank you for your amazing sound sets, one of which you're hearing now, to help us watch stream and in-stream doing what we love. Without further ado, announcements are over, and I believe you're ready to begin. So, see you in just a second. Get a cup of tea, a drink, whatever you want, and I'll see you in just a few seconds. Okay. And we are in with a classic trumpet behind us. Is it a trumpet? Who knows?
Maybe a bugle.
Yeah, well, yeah. It does sound sharp enough to be a bugle, but bugles have less register range as a
Hydrate
range and pitch.
Hydration.
Hydration. I completely forgot to get out my massive DM binder. But there we go, it is out now. I can stop procrastinating. So, last session, you returned from your meeting with the leader of the Lemon Underground, Hector Xanthiros, did some shopping and headed back to the tavern known as the Grey Grumsh. And upon a peaceful questioning of the seemingly scared Ulfril, you two discovered two things. One, the Oblivion Choir have a recently abandoned base in the Black Peaks to the north of Coldfort, and two, their goal, under their new drow leader, seems to be siphoning magical power from artifacts and mages. You have no idea for what purpose this is or why it would be done, but from what you have gathered, that is their current goal. Under the recommendation of your newfound friend Zilrona Trisley, you went to see an odd fellow. The tiger-like tabaxi and expert scryer, Magic Dust. He showed you two visions at your request. One, the Oblivion Choir are headed to the Temple of Dionysia to find artifact pieces, and with multiple artifact pieces already in their possession, they are sure to be dangerous. Secondly, you were shown the burial place of Lugos' sister. Now, as the smoke from this final vision clears, Magic Dust opens his eyes in tandem with the rest of you. You see the faint wisps of smoke disappearing back into the tent as the braziers around you flicker purple and then back to their normal flame. You see as he rearranges his work table in his padded tent, and he uses his great, cracked, tiger-like paws to clear any remnant wax from the area. The visions seem to have only enhanced the potpourri of sense here, and as the dim braziers continue to flicker around you, the feline begins to twist his long, white braids that hang from his mouth.
My services are done. I take it that is all you require.
Yeah, for the time being, I suppose. We can't afford to pay you for further inquiry, but I'm sure we'll be back for more later.
Well, if you ever have the gold, you know where to find me. I trust you are pleased with what you saw.
So you see, he kind of begins to stand with a creak, because he's obviously an aged tabaxi.
Pleased is one way of putting it, but we got the information we needed, and for that, nothing but a polite thank you. For now.
I hope that means you will be less polite in the future.
I missed out a word there.
One can never be too polite. One can never be too polite.
You see as his eyes kind of stare right into you, he has an element of distrust. He doesn't believe someone could be as well-mannered as yourself, and just as he's kind of staring into your soul, there's a woof at the tent doors, and you see as an elven woman with long red hair, a pointed face, and long wiry fingers slowly peels back the curtains. She seems to be dressed in rich clothing and jangly jewellery, and she just says, "Sir, the next bout will be underway soon. Suffice to say, you have a money resting on this one. I'll save you a seat at the viewing gallery," she turns and goes.
Ah, yes. Save me a seat. Well, I'll be seeing you all soon.
Good company and good business partners, friend. We'll be seeing you soon.
You see, he kind of extends a paw in a very odd handshake. These large feline.
I shake his hand.
He kind of shakes his hand.
Respectful.
There's cracked paws that scrape over your skin. It's kind of satisfying in a way, but at the same time, it's like, oh, where have his paws been? It feels like he's straight from the savannah. He kind of looks. She goes through a tent, his huddled shape, disappearing off, leaving you in his tent, seemingly unoccupied. You see as your companion, Lugos, turns to all of you and says, well, I'd say, well, I've got to use a little boy's room. And he leaves the tent.
Sorry, that
Leaving
boy's
just
got
you guys.
the bladder of a chicken.
Okay, so what would you like to do? Butchered that voice,
go.
completely butchered that voice.
Oh, well, I've got to go to the bathroom.
Hold on, I've
Excuse
got to go to the
I've
bathroom.
got to go to the bathroom.
Hardy, hardy, har.
Hey,
I'm
where's
Lugos.
Dan? Let's get Dan to pre-record some Lugos voices.
Anyway.
I got to take a little bit of a shite.
Right. Anyway,
Well, Maverick, I mean, unless you want to go fighting by ourselves right now, we should probably wait for him to come back. But in the meantime, some libations certainly couldn't help warm up. Do you think?
Sure, anything to get my mind off of everything that just happened the past week, sure.
Past is important, friend. It's important to learn from it, even if it's hard to deal with it sometimes. Ah, come on. I'll buy the first round.
Okay.
Yeah, I could use a drink.
so as you leave the tent of magic dust, there's an immediate rush of disorientating noise. It's akin to a comic convention, if you've ever been to one, where it's just a packed arena, 1,000 voices intertwined, and it just turns into a general hubbub of deafening and almost nauseating noise around you. You hear laughing, shouting, general conversing, and you see more and more people funneling in from the stairway and packing into the viewing galleries of the main sunken arena. But not before purchasing an assortment of snacks from a bar. The very air itself feels alive in this hubbub of activity. It seems people are gathering up for the main fights. What would you all wish to do?
I feel like we should sign up for one of these fights, but at the same time. What do you think, Mav? Should we, I mean, I know Joy said she was interested in Lugos, and we need to make a little bit of coin if we're gonna keep asking that seer for stuff, so should we sign up, or you just want to drink?
You know, it's been a while since I sparred for the sport. Sure. Actually, wouldn't mind signing up, actually.
Alright. Oh boy. I just realized, oh my god, we have to come up with a name with just the two of us. Oh god. Oh. Okay.
We are the
Alright, well-
placeholder name.
Placeholder
Okay.
name. Placeholder name.
We are the placeholders. There we go. Yeah. So I guess is there like a sign-up table or something that we can go to?
I'm gonna, because of a sheer amount of people in here and people funneling in, it's just blocking your vision, so I'm gonna ask you to make a perception check for me. As you peer out of this sea of people entering, it seems the entire population of Colfort has just come into this underground fighting arena.
Okay. Roll it.
Sure. I guess I'm gonna have to roll something as well.
Not great. 9.
9. I assume, yeah.
That's a nat 2. I was almost a nat 20 on the.
So a 5 and 9.
Ha!
Okay.
Don't see jack shit.
Okay. So, you don't see anything, But as you look over this crowd, you definitely hear something. Just as the people funneling down the stairs into the main arena kind of area, just before the seats, you see a rotund man with greying hair slicked back to cover a large bald spot, and dressed in an aged fraying suit. He seems to stand on a soapbox. He has a script unfurled in front of him, and he says, "The Iron Wardens of Nirn have forfeited their admission. Another team entry is needed in the Lethal Beasts versus Humanoids category for the main fight in 40 minutes. Enter for a chance to win the grand prize of the week. More information can be found with Mr. Nichols at the admissions desk." As people do, but you see, as he says this, the people around him kind of move away to just not get entered subconsciously.
Well, no time like the present. I step forward through the crowd.
Okay.
Try to follow Kishore.
Yeah, so you kind of stick together as you're just muscling away from the crowd. Can I ask if you're heading to the crier or the admissions desk you've heard of?
The admissions desk.
Okay, so I'm gonna say you spend about 20-30 seconds just looking around, kind of peering over people as people push past and shout various kind of curse words to you as you're getting in the way, as you kind of cut laterally across the path or flowing in. But soon enough, you see a raggedy wooden table set up by a far wall. There's no queue to be heard of, and above him, a banner in nicely written hand says, "Admissions." You see a tall, middle-aged man, jagged cheekbones, an arm in his sling, a swollen lip and uninterested blue eyes, sat behind this wooden desk. You see he's got his feet up and he's just staring into the distance. He definitely hasn't seen you.
Excuse me, I heard you were taking admissions for a free team.
Do we have some recruiters here?
Total of 5, 3 present available at the moment, but I'd like to put us all down if possible.
And I take it this is for the Lethal Beasts versus Humanoids category?
That'd be correct. You said there was an opening.
Yes, we do have an opening. The Iron Wardens of Nirn dropped out. Apparently something to do with threat of death. Anyway, if you enter tonight, you'll have a chance to win our weekly grand pot. 2,000 gold pieces with the opportunity of it going up if people so bet that way.
Well, that's worth something.
Yeah, now of course, there's a variety of risks associated with entering. We can't be liable for any harm that comes to you or your equipment during the fight.
Hence the death portion, the lethal
Yes.
beasts part.
But we like to think of it as uppercase fight, lowercase death. We prioritize the fight, don't think too much about the death.
Not a problem.
So, of course, there's a small deposit to enter. If you do wish, it'll be 10 gold pieces per person.
That's perfectly fine. I put 50 gold on the table.
You seem very forward with your entry. I like the jib of you, boy. Now,
I'm confident in our abilities.
so far, the teams we have are the Gilded Hammers, the Recoverers of the Arcane, and the Severed Sons. What would we call your team name?
Okay, so out of character. This is up to you and me, Ryan. What do we do?
For the name, huh?
Yeah,
do we have to give a name for all of us? Like all of us
this is a
collected, all
group
5?
name. Yeah, this is a group name.
This
is
what you're going to be announced as when you come out.
And this is what our team name is going to be for the rest of the campaign, I bet, because notoriety and all that. I wish we had more people here to discuss this.
Oh, right. I need...
Now we're going to be here for like 20 minutes, Spence. Oh boy.
You see, if you don't have a name selected at current, we can ask you before your first bout in a ring. Might be a bit hasty.
You know what? Just give us a little bit of time. We'll come back with something.
We'll be back in
appealing
10 minutes.
And intriguing. Yeah, precisely.
Right, so I'll hold this gold for your entry, and I won't put in the paperwork until you have a name. I will say the fight begins in 40 minutes. You only have about 10 minutes before we have to start getting everyone down into the arena, briefed on safety, what not to do, kill other people, that kind of stuff.
Roger that.
Alright, so I'll be here if you need me.
All right.
Maybe it's better.
Look over to Mav. I assume Joy and Leah Cass are also present, but they're just kind of quiet.
Learkas is kind of distant. Joy's kind of just searching about and looking at all the people dressed in fancy clothes.
She's stealing money. Absolutely. Nice.
She's looking for money to steal.
All right. So I guess this falls on you and me, Mav. You got any name ideas? I mean, I know I'm the bard here, but I've also been here I've been here for the shortest amount of time with y'all.
What cards are they?
These are the deck of many fates.
Let's see. Well,
Merchant wolves.
wolves is fine. That's mighty nice. But I feel like a lot of people go for that kind of theming. I'm trying to think about our group dynamic and what we're good at. You know.
Fighting each other.
Yeah.
What about the chain breakers, or is that a little bit too on the nose since we, broke out of Hell Chain? I feel like that'd get us caught.
We sound
Big
like I feel like I'm in a village in Minecraft. It's just
Jesus. Alright, so I got myself. I'm more than happy to come up with a name, but should it be for all of us or just describing y'all folk? Because it'd be easier if it wasn't including myself, because, I mean, I like the attention. So.
Shaw and his band.
Kashaw and his merry men and one woman. Nah, that don't work too well. I mean, classic case. The Outlaws is classic sounding. It's really cool. And I mean, we are, but, like secret like, right? Does that work? Wait.
The question is, you have to think of the future prospects of a name. It's like, do you want to be saving the kingdoms under the banner of the Outlaws? If you do, you can.
What have we done? We've taken care of a dragon. We've destroyed... Well, actually, there was a silver dragon, people. There was an actual black adult dragon. Maybe we should work something in with that.
I'll say the name of the dragon was Salros Via.
I mean, in honor of our friend, we could just call ourselves the Serpent Slayers. Seems we have a penchant for doing that.
I don't mind that name, actually.
Wouldn't you find it funny if we got into that ring and then suddenly something like, I don't know, some big nasty snake come out of nowhere? You know what? I like that. Serpent Slayers. Got a nice ring to it. Of course, we can always amend that if our other members aren't too amenable to it, but I don't think that won't hurt for the bout at the moment, do you?
The Hell Chain Harpers. Nah, clever, but too admitted.
I'm the only one here with a harp friend.
Nah, it's just a nod to the band idea. I thought that would be quite amusing. Nah, Serpent Slayer sound fine to me.
Does it feel too simple to you, though? I don't want to... I imagine that... Something with more panache.
Pizzazz.
Hey, I make my business on pizzazz, Mav. It's important. People's perception of you is everything. Imagine 30, 40, 50 years down along the line, you think the people are going to be talking about the Serpent Slayers and their exploits and think, wow, what a shitty name? No, of course not. They want something interesting. I mean, I like it and it works for now, but if we don't have something that doesn't have, appeal to an audience, then what's the point? I mean, I heard a lot of groups, you know. They got military names and all sorts of weird codes, or even like, you know, the Iron Breakers or something. You know, like there's a theme, there's a through line there, and it sounds intimidating and imposing. But you know, we also want it to be friendly, so that people will hire us as opposed to just criminals. You know, you got to think this
Something
through.
that sounds pretentiously vigilante.
I mean, come on,
Something
like
that
one of the
sounds
group.
pretentious to.
I mean, one of the groups sounded. What did they call themselves? The Recoverers or the Arcane? Doesn't that sound a little on the nose to you?
A little bit. And then there's also the White Wings, which is a little bit too on the nose as well. The Unbroken Choir, which is notorious on their names. There's also...
I mean, there's one paladin in our group. I'd say something like I don't know, Peacemaker Paladins. And that's two on the nose.
Or the Purifiers.
Oh. There's something to
I
work
mean,
with there.
purifying is a morally gray area depending on what your perspective of it.
That is very true. The Purifiers.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
kinda
name
nasty
with
to-
interesting connotations, if you take it the wrong way.
But there's got to be something in there. Purifiers. We can work with
Purifying pugilists?
that. Sure, but we don't all punch people, Mav. That don't work that way. Most of us stab people. You know, it doesn't work that. I shoot people. You stab. You're the one who could. I don't know. Purifying. Purification.
Radiance of the Dawn.
Nah, the
Pretentious
purifying.
bullshit like
Oh, now this does sound nice. The purifying peacemakers. I do like the sound of
The
peacekeepers.
peepees.
Doesn't. Never mind. Don't work. The S. Oh no, we can't call ourselves the SS. Oh, this is harder than I thought.
Yes.
Just two guys sitting at a bar trying to talk about what they're gonna name themselves. Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons, ladies and gentlemen.
We went
I
to
like-
a dungeon ourselves. We can call ourselves the Dungeon Masters.
I mean, masters of the dungeon.
Too wordy.
Too much. I agree. It needs to be poignant, certain. Something you could say to anybody and they'd be like, "Huh, that's impressive." Well, hell. What do we got up our sleeves here? Got ourselves thief. You, guardsman. Me, a bard. Got a ranger. Question: what is this country called?
The entire realm.
Yes.
It's
Avalon.
Avalon, yeah.
That's a little too on the nose.
It just seems that we're just unfortunate heroes.
The unfortunate
Avalon.
heroes.
What
Does
about
have a
what
nice
about
ring to it, though.
the unfortunate heroes? It's
We
not
wind
terrible.
ourselves up every fucking other week in some whole shit that we have to fix.
What about Avalon's Avengers? Seems like we keep fixing problems after they happen.
The Radiant Resistance.
Ooh. I do like the sound of that one. A radiant resistance. Huh. Only one of you's shining though. But I don't
A couple of
think-
us.
That's fair. The radiant resistance.
It's not
You know,
always about holy magic when it describes radiance in and of itself. Sometimes it's a radiant charm, sometimes it's a radiant presence.
You know what? I like that one. I think
put it in
I
writing.
think we can all. All right, I think we can all get it down. All right, I'll get the paperwork done up. Here, toss a gold on the counter. Get yourself a drink. And me too, please. Thank you.
All right. I'll buy a picture or something.
I'll walk back over.
Ah, you're back. Got a team name?
Yes, sir.
It was
Yes,
literally
sir.
10 minutes. It was literally 15 minutes. I was sitting
Nice.
here like-
Yeah. Well, good for you, because admissions were about to close. Right. What name can I put you down for?
We'll be known as the Radiant Resistance.
Oh, got a nice, somewhat pretentious ring to it, but also relatable.
Yes, the pretentiousness.
There's a
Right.
smile.
And you said 6 people, 3 of which are here.
Like I say, actually, out of character, there might only be 2, buddy.
Yeah.
I think he's out for the count, but it's okay. We can make this an RP heavy session. Make it work.
We'll always
Right.
make it work.
Right. I'd just like you to sign here, please. I'm going to put you down as the speaker of the team, so all paperwork will be in your name. And you see, as he
Alright.
slides a quill across the desk to you.
I write in my obvious, luxury styled autograph. Cashaw C. Cassidy.
Are you reading the terms and conditions and stuff before you do this, or you're just slapping a signature on
Yeah,
there?
okay, that's fair. I gotta read that.
What was your terms and conditions? Okay. I'd say in this case, actually just make a wisdom check. See if there's anything that jumps
Oh.
out to you as particularly bad.
But I'm a charisma guy. I'm not very wise.
Want me to insight this piece of paper?
Fortunately, you got the bar.
Yeah, I am.
Insight the
going to
paper.
bar. Insight the paper.
The paper lies to me.
The paper lies to me. It is not real. And your hand goes through it. Oh.
The paper's a lie.
Come on, roll it. Ah, my goodness. Sorry, my foundry.
It's fine. It's fine. Just, I'm just imagining in this silence, it's just Kishor's eyes skimming over into a piece of paper. So you look. Oh, that is taking a long time to roll the dice.
It is, isn't
Want
it?
to try it again?
I know what it is. I'll type it out.
Fair enough. My bet's on 15. Feel like it's gonna be a 15.
It's going to be a 12 insight. Let's go.
Gonna be 12? I'm going
Yep.
15. Let's see. Is it doing it? Oh, yeah. Oh, it was a
terrible.
13. Well, a 12 naturally. Yeah, but yeah. He's a god.
I have ascended.
Settled.
I am a god. Yes.
Right.
The
you look
bastard
up
son of Zalusus is here.
the terms and conditions, man.
The-
Right. You look over. There doesn't seem to be anything too terrible. It's just the generic stuff you'd expect for a fighting bit. It's like they reserve a right to throw any creature at you. Death is covered, as in, if you die, they have healers on hand who can try and help you, but nothing is guaranteed. You cannot sue for any damage done to your equipment.
Sue.
Apart from that general stuff, food,
All bets are final. No takesy backsies.
Yeah. food and drink is not allowed, and you are not allowed to bet on yourself before you go in the ring.
What's the percentage takeaway?
As in,
Is that listed? Everybody has a takeaway percentage from bets given.
What do they
bets taken.
what do they skim off the top before payout?
Bingo.
the only thing you get paid is if you actually make it to the final round, wherein you'll get the grand prize, and they take nothing from that. That's 2,000 gold pieces
They
set.
take
can't
away
get
from
increase.
all the losers of the round of the first
Yeah.
round. That's their cut off the top.
Okay. All right. That's fine.
That's fine.
That's smart. That's smart business. That's fair enough.
So they're the
Pretty
gems-
fair business, actually.
Looks okay. Looks like they'll try and save you if you do go down, but they can't guarantee anything either.
Right. You know, if something hits us for above.
So don't
our
make
dou-
enemies
dou-
with the medics.
Yeah, above. No. Good friends, and if there's any ladies there, definitely. Anyways.
Absolutely.
Yep.
The bard. Yeah.
Turn on the cash-all charm. You know,
Right,
this
so-
might be the last night I'm live.
You know what?
Anyways.
That's what the C in Cashaw C Cassidy is for. Cashaw Charming Cassidy.
Yeah, you're goddamn right it is. And
Right.
it's not just charming, it's the charm Cassidy. Anyways,
Do all those terms look appropriate to you?
Yeah, it looks serviceable. Yes, sir. And I sign my name.
Right, that is all set. I'll enter you in now under the name of the Radiant Resistance. You'll find the barrack entrances just down there, and he extends down, points out through the crowd. And my colleagues will get you up and running with equipment, rules, and the like. The other teams are already down there. I'd say you have 10 minutes before you have to report for final station.
Okay.
Good
How
luck.
are we gonna do this? There's two of us. There's fucking two of us. I don't have spell slots. We're gonna make this work. I don't know how we're gonna do it, man, but we're gonna make
I
this work.
wonder if we can buy certain potions and chug them and give the spell slots back. I'm fine. I took my short rest earlier. I have
You know what?
everything
Fine.
back.
You know what? We're good. Even with my spell slots, I'll still be able to help. I'm a
As
support
long
class.
as you don't break
goddammit.
just don't break concentration is all. Easy.
Just stick a piece of metal inside of it, and I'll cast heat metal. It'll be fine.
You know, like
What?
my purifier, just leave it in their freaking clavicle. Just
That's actually a good question. If you take a dagger and throw it in a creature's stomach, and and heat metal is cast on it, does it take that damage?
It depends on the wording of heat metal. If it's a thing you have to see, then I don't know.
you do have to see it.
You have to see it?
So if you
Yeah.
like jab them in the shoulder and it sticks out, you can cast heat metal on it until they take an action and rip it out.
Yeah. Yeah. Fair enough.
Unless it's got a collar on it.
Oh, just a giant metal chain collar, yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what we're fighting. Okay.
We'll see
We'll
what
make
we're
this work.
fighting.
It's only two of us.
I do
it'll
have
be
hold
fine.
person now, so if it's
Yeah. And I have haste.
or no,
so-
I took darkness. I took darkness, not hold
And
person.
and I have haste. This is gonna be great.
I will totally envelop myself in darkness.
Just
And
hide.
it goes super fast. Anyways. Alright, so I come back. I grab my drink. I sip it back. I look over at Maverick. So
I
we
slide
got
a mug over an empty seat next to me.
I got about 10 minutes before we have to head on down there.
Yeah. Well, might as well have a couple of drinks in the meantime.
Yeah, looks like Lugos is I think that man's gonna be indisposed for a bit. You think he ate something bad?
Perhaps, though. You know what we all just saw there. He didn't look too. He didn't look too comfortable.
That's fair. My condolences. I should stop making jokes about that. About
He's
him.
probably just taking a moment. As far as I know, he probably hadn't even no idea about what we saw.
Well. Anyways, we got 10 minutes and time to kill. How about you tell me about yourself, Mr. Maverick? Where do you come from?
Oh, I'm from a town called Marlin. Not too far from here. It's well, it's not too far from O's Rest, but it's a bit farther now where we are.
Marlin's Maverick, huh?
Yeah, I suppose. And yep, as your insight does not lead you astray, I was a city guard. I didn't lie about that.
So, how'd you get all this power, I suppose? I mean, some of it seems innate, but other parts of it seems a lot more than just what a city guard can do.
It's a progress. It's training. Still learning the ropes of magic itself. I wasn't always an innate magic user. Well, I guess I was. I just never knew how to do anything with it until I became a young man. It's about 17. Then I found out that I could cast magic. I just, sometimes capabilities and don't know how to use it or were never told about it. You never knew that you had it your whole life, so it's a bit strange to learn it later in life, I suppose.
It almost sounds like you think this is some kind of curse to you.
I did, and I just take like a long swig of whatever's in front of me. For a while, I did. Mainly because I didn't understand where it came from or how it behaved and how much it hurt people and myself. That was because it was so untamed, you know, I had no control over it. That's why I left home and started training on my own, started making sure I wasn't gonna hurt people I didn't mean to hurt, you know?
As valiant as you are courageous, it would seem.
Anything but courageous at this point.
Oh, don't put yourself down. Please. You went toe-to-toe with the dragon and survived, dead on. I don't want to hear anything about not being courageous.
That's the whole reason why I left home, is because I wasn't courageous. I was afraid of literally everything. I was afraid of what this magic will do to me. I was afraid of what I might do to others. I was afraid of fate itself, I suppose.
Take it from me. Moving away from problems ain't fear. It's not cowardice. Being worried about the people you care about and trying to enact what you think is right is in its own right courageous, friend. Whether or not you believe that. And hey,
As long as other people understand that, I suppose.
when you come back shining with accolades of all the things that you've done, with control of your powers, I'm certain they'll take you back all the same. Maybe a little worse for wear, a little worried about where you've been, but you got a home to go back to. It's different.
Yeah, that is different than most people that leave and on adventures like these. Sometimes they don't have a home to come back to, and you know, it reminds me of Garcus, I suppose, a bit. You know, he's the only reason he's left and pursued his own strengths is so he can become strong enough to defend the home and not have the Lemon Underground do it for him.
Well,
But now look at him. Now he's in charge and he can do whatever he wants in his little world, and he wouldn't have to worry about being taken advantage of. Just for the
Exactly.
protection of his home. So he got off quite well, I think. Though I think he's going to be quite indisposed for the time being. I'm afraid.
and that's perfectly fine. People come and go all the time, Maverick. It's something that happens. And maybe it's just because before I met y'all, I was drifting. But it's kind of part of the way things go. It's nothing to be sad about. Meet people, know people, share their stories. It's what I specialize in, but it's more important than that. It's deeper than that, really.
I'm sure we'll see him again. At least we know where to find him.
Of course.
But
Can't help the feeling that you've got this cloud of doom hanging over your head.
it's slowly going away, day by day, especially after that fight, Sonrosvir. I had a vision of her, and I felt a bit of confidence again. Making sure that I was doing the right thing, even if I was doing it at first for selfish reasons.
Ooh, her?
Yes, a visage. You know where you came with us when we went to that preserved that ruin, the ruin with that very interesting rat fellow with the trench coat that wanted to take all of our weapons and hold them for us.
Yes.
That place used to be a temple of worship, of a god that my father worshipped, a fallen, broken god, one that's not very well, I guess, well maintained in these times. Someone that I haven't gotten to know personally myself until recently, or didn't give myself the chance to know until recently. It's the name is Zalisis, and she's the one that gave me this whole getup, the magic and everything. Yes, it's a bit confusing because I didn't necessarily make a godly deal myself. Well, my father did. Before I was born, it was a give and take exchange. Hometown was under attack. He was one of the higher ranking paladins of his order at the time. Things were dire, I suppose. At least that's what he's been told me before. And the stories were he just gained immeasurable holy power for a short time. Everyone thought it was just naturally for him, to him for a while, and he kept this a secret until I was about 16, 17, about 16, 17, when I was, an initiate in the guard. I was doing job shadowing, that kind of thing. Started my first year there, and I just, for some reason, we were doing our rounds. I was patrolling the North Gate, and there was like these 4 or 5 bandits that were coming in at night, or trying to come in through the North Gate at night, one of our weaker defenses at the time. And it was just myself and my superior that I was shadowing, and it was just 2 of us and 5 of them, and they just started bum rushing the gate. Well, he blew the horn, I immediately responded, and then I got stabbed. Didn't think when I signed up for that, when I was just a teenager, that I was going to get stabbed, but here we are. But the reaction that came from me was a bit much. But with the radiant light that comes from my hand in a beam, that it's the first time I've seen it right through his chest. I've never seen a man strike fear that was just a petty thief and have him die instantly in front of me. And I didn't know what that was. I go to reach out for him after being stabbed in my side, and I go to reach out for him to push him away, and what happened just happened. Some rumors after the dust had settled and the rest of the bandits had fled, and I was taken to an infirmary, and there were questions, whispers, rumors. They had said it was holy magic similar to my father, so I thought I was just taking on some sort of heritage, and they applauded me even though I was still in a bit of shock, and they thought, like, yes, you were just like Elliot's son. You are Elliot's son, son of a paladin. You have holy power rising within you, boy. I'm so proud of you, But it didn't feel right. It didn't. So I decided to confront my father about it, and he said, "No, you're not a paladin. You're not like me. You're a bit different." And then he told me the story that holy power that came from him before I was born was because of a deal that he made with his goddess to make sure that his firstborn son would be a champion of Zelesis and a vessel for her holy power in her visage in her broken times. I'm not sure if I'm destined to revitalize a broken goddess and return order what she used to have over her domains, or restore her temples that were once in decrepit and disarray, or just carry out her word. I'm not really sure what my purpose is at this moment, but that is pretty much what I like and hate about all of this. Basically being put on this pedestal, put on to be judged, and to be watched, and have this fate wound for me before I could even speak or walk.
Fickle thing, fate, don't you think? It's not something that you get to choose, but it is. I myself know of the gods. I know their existence. I believe in them, as every good, fair person here does. But frankly, people are a little short-sighted, don't you think? Fact of the matter is, there was something before all of that. Before the gods, before demons, devils. There was the primordial, there was essences, there was... I personally ascribe to the Song of Creation myself. But you gotta realize, you're Your father's decisions might have made you what you are, but he doesn't get to choose who you want to be. Neither does she nor anybody else. Your ability to decide is what makes fate so fickle. You can choose to drop this all right now and go home if you wanted to. You could disappear, make a living for yourself in another field if you wanted to. Don't worry so much about what you think your destiny is. Focus more on what you feel is the right thing to do, and destiny, well, destiny, fate, that'll end up being what it's gonna be. You don't need to worry about it so much. Vessel, person, doesn't make a difference to me. Shouldn't make a difference to you. You do good things because you want to be a good person, Maverick. And honestly, it's a whole hell of a hindsight lot better than a lot of people. A lot of people are self-interested, but you're the only person I've seen jump in front of a dragon, take that, so that other people don't. That's a special kind of person. Hell, I got a way out of that unscathed because of you and everybody else present.
Maybe it's just hard-headedness, or that I do these things because I feel empowered that I have the choice to. That's exactly the whole point. That's probably why I was so bitter at my father when I was younger, and why I left, because I wanted the choice to leave. I wanted the choice to train on my own. I wanted the choice to have magic on my own. So the whole reason why I spent the last 2 years away from home is I had the choice to do those things. But I do owe it to my father. I swing the sword the way I swing it because of him. I don my armor and my fashions because of him. There are things that he taught me that I chose to learn. And I became a god on my own choice, not because I was told to. So, wanting to help people is still innately in me for sure, but it's the method on which helping carries out itself that's what I want to choose to do, and not be told how to help people, I suppose.
Well, I don't think you are. At least from my perspective. Because, I mean, frankly, we've done some shitty things to help people. But at the same time, we've made those choices ourselves. If at any point you disagree with any of what we were doing, you would have stopped us. I absolutely believe that. That's why we decided not to hurt a single guard. We ran.
Yep.
So, get that gloom out of your head, man. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah.
As you say this, there's a that silences the entire room. It's once again the man with a receding hairline and rotund figure stands on the soapbox, puts his hands on his hips and says, "All teams report to the barracks. Fight starting soon. Get your seats." And you see as a few other people, maybe only like 3 or 4 in a vast crowd, start heading over to one of the far entrances.
Guess that's us.
Alright. Slam the rest of my mug down, wipe my face, crack my neck.
I do the same. Alright. Hey, Mav, so when we make it out of this alive, talk to you about something.
Hydrate.
Hydration.
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 Water.
Show me what you got. Hydration.
Okay.
Right. So, you're heading over, I assume.
Yep.
So, you as you begin to muscle your way through the crowd, you get a glance into the main arena. Just as you're going past, you see hundreds of people have taken seats on stands, staring into this sunken pit. The roof of this pit is a complete lattice of ropes, so there's no way anything can climb out. Once you're in the pit, you are in the pit. As you head across, you muscle past some people, see some drink stalls and various stalls selling, it looks like merchandise for some of the teams that might have been established here for a decent amount of time. But anyway, continue heading along. You pass the admissions desk and yeah, you get a wave from the guy who's from the one arm that isn't in a sling, and you head over to the fire entrance. On the gate are 2 guards, but they aren't guards as in actual guards. These are obviously hired by the organization because this is, at the end of the day, a fighting arena under the city. They look and say, "Ah, you here to fight?"
Yes, sir. We are signed up.
You must be, the
Radiant Resistance?
Yeah. Long words. Right,
Perfectly fine.
we're
I'm
told
sure
there
with
will be
enough time
more of
we-
you.
Well, we want to put on a little bit of a show.
You see, these fights are balanced for 4 to 6 people. You can put on a show all you want, but like we said, you cannot sue the organization if you get killed.
Yeah, we know.
And there's a kind of split second where he kind of looks a bit puzzled himself because he thinks, well, how would you sue it anyway if you were dead? And he looks at that, right? Head into the barracks, rest of the teams are down there, as well as a few officials. Good luck. Steps to the side,
Alright.
and there's a stone staircase leading down. And as you head down, we're just going to take an early break here, because I really need a refill of water. It is boiling in this room. So, captains, as we head down into the barracks, we'll be back in just a second. See you soon.
So with flying and darkness and seeing through the darkness and also making 4 clones of myself illusory, do you think
And
there's
hasting
a chance?
you.
I think I will die on the spot having to keep track of that. But you
Well,
could,
get ready.
and you have a good chance. And
Get
if you
ready,
want to do
big
it,
boy.
do it. Anyway, hello, welcome back from break. Hope you have got some tea like Ryan has. I've got myself another water, and I think we're all ready to go for whatever we're going to call this next section. But I know the section after that we are going to be called a eulogy. Now, I had to. Now,
Wow.
where we left off, you would face the guards at the gate as you head down into the barracks area of the main arena in the Coventry Yard fighting pits. As the guards part and let you down the stone steps, you are led below the floor into a stinking staging area. Niches and nooks have been carved into the soft stone of the walls here, stacked 3 high and just deep enough for someone to lie in. Perhaps it was once a tomb or a mausoleum, but now it serves as a barracks. 42 could rest in the walls alone, it looks like. A stone arch at the far end of the room leads to a stone gate pulled shut. By the looks of it, 3 other teams rest in here, each between 4 and 6 people dressed in various equipments, doing their own things, discussing strategy in hushed voices, drinking what alcohol they have left, and as you enter you get a few dirty looks over the shoulders before they go back to their small huddles. You see a few people kind of glance over. And they look, and they kind of look you both up and down, and they kind of, you hear like a,
Is there only 2 people? Jeez. We're gonna get pasted.
and come back, talk.
Oh
Kinda
man,
mental.
I love the looks of these people. Don't you? Are there any of the guards nearby?
You see a single guard at the far room who seems to be just about bolting up the door and making sure preparations are made to open it. He sees you walk down the stairs and he turns and walks across this stinking, dark, rectangular room towards you. Hey, you must be our last team.
Yes, sir.
Are you ready to fight? Yeah. Take it you are.
Very ready. Yes, I'm most certain that it'll be an entertaining spectacle. For certain.
Right, I'm just gonna go over some basic rules. I'm sure you've heard these ones before. But all you have to remember, you can use your own equipment as you would like. We are not liable for any damage done. We do not know what beasts are going to come through these doors, neither do we spectators, but whatever it is, it will ensure a good, strong fight. Now, no physical violence against the other teams fighting. It'll be a round-based system. By the looks of it, on our roster, you are going to be the second round out, and it's last team standing. For however many rounds go. Now, any questions with that, and can I continue?
Part of me wants to see if he's lying. Can I insight check him to see if he doesn't actually know what's behind the door?
Yeah. Go ahead, roll inside.
If I may as well.
Because he's still in a relatively confident position, his hands on his hips, chest puffed out. 14 and, what's this? 14 and 21. Maverick, you look, you're kind of, I assume at this point you would be nervous. I mean, you're about to go in a fighting pit. So you kind of look, that your mind isn't in the right place to be analysing people, you're just in fight mode at this point. Sure, you look, you see a slight twitch to the mouth. You think he has a suspicion of what type of beasts are behind there, but he has no idea the exact beast that's behind there.
That's good enough for me to work with. I look at him and I'm like, no, a guy like you must not get paid enough. All the busy work you do. And I keep this low so the other teams aren't able to hear this. You sure you don't know what's behind those doors there? I can certainly assist with whatever you might need.
Are you
Trying to
questioning
bribe
the
him.
integrity of a guardsman? Gonna lean things
No,
closer.
sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, not the integrity whatsoever. Just want to see if you can help out a small team of 2.
Roll persuasion.
That's all I'm at. Okay. This is either gonna go really, really well.
This
or
is
really
where
Just,
the
bad.
suggestion spell would have came in.
I can't waste these spells, my guy.
You have what?
Suggest
three,
him to
three
join
spell
our
slots?
team.
Ah, shit.
19.
Still not great, but
Oh no, only a 19. He looks and he goes, well,
You see, the way I see it, I've always found integrity to be a pretty fickle concept anyway. 10 gold, and I'll give you an idea of what's coming out in the first round. 20 gold,
give him
round
20.
2.
Give him 20.
No, I give him 30.
30 gold. Well, on the first round, behind those doors, they have a Yeti, blink dogs, guard drakes, and then ankegs. Second round, they've got gargoyles, more drakes, a troll, a few other surprises. Don't know about them.
All right.
Land dwellers.
All very useful information. Thank you very much, sir. Then I give him a pat on the back, which looks like a pat on the back, and then I slip him the gold without anybody noticing.
Thank you, and good luck with the fight.
You see as he heads up.
I look around. I look at Maverick. Well, no ifs, ands, or buts about this is going to be hard, but I think we can manage. You think we can manage? I think we can.
As you say this, there's of an iron gate closing. You look, the gate has now been locked off to the stairs, as in you were trapped here. You see the guard shuts it with some keys. Alright, 5 minutes till fight time, boys. Make sure you're ready.
Yes,
You hear his
sir.
boots disappear upstairs, and another gate shut.
I lean up against the wall. I tip my hat up. I smile. I look at all the other groups around me. I'm like, make sure to not make this too easy for us, gentlemen. I'd sure hate for you to lose out on the grand prize.
Are you saying this to every group there?
Yes, fuck all of these people.
You see immediately a few heads turn. Some people don't look too closely. One person kind of glances up and looks over you, and you see he's a scrawny figure with kind of a completely bald head and just hair on the side. He's obviously got a black eye. He stands up and he kind of slithers over to your position, and he just goes,
Hey, fellas. How
Oh,
nervous are
hey
you for
there.
a fight? Yeah.
Oh, nervous? Oh, hardly. I mean, it looks like you lost a little off the top yourself.
You're a funny man, but are you interested in any chemical sustenance to help?
I look over at Maverick. How much you pay? How much would it cost for this chemical assistance that might be coming from an irreputable source? How do I know for a fact that you're gonna give us something worth our while?
Oh my man, I've got everything reputable here. It just depends what you want. You ever heard of crit?
I have not.
The funny thing about crit, and he gets real close, either makes life real good or it makes life real bad, you get me?
I think I do catch your meaning. That sounds like a very scary drug there, Lance. I don't know. I'm there.
Ryan, remember what I was talking to you
I'm
about
here
on
for it.
the Arcane Recovery podcast yesterday? Out of character, I'm just gonna say out of character, it turns your D20 rolls into a D2. You get a 2, it's equivalent to a
Yeah,
natural
you
20,
get a 2,
get
it's
a
a
1.
nat 20, you get a 1, it's a nat 1. It's
I don't-
a 50-50.
I don't
instead
know
of
if
a
I care for
5%.
that. I don't. Oh, Jesus. That's terrifying.
But I think it'll be great if it were to be planted on somebody else, wouldn't it?
Could be.
So,
I mean, either way, it
What do
works
you
for us.
say?
Do we know? Quick question. You've been down here for a little bit longer than us. Do you know who exactly? You know who's going before us?
no.
You know what?
Have
How much is this crit gonna cost?
Gold piece of use.
Gold piece of use. Is it a vial?
It's a nice little powder, you see. Each use costs 1 gold piece, lasts about an hour. After that hour's over, you see, you're gonna be fumbling all day.
I smile. You said how many other groups are in here?
It is including you. There's 4 groups, so there's 3 groups. I believe.
How many people? How many people per group?
The Gilded Hammers have 4 The Severed Sons have 6, and Recruiters of the Arcane seem to have 4.
4, 6, and
So
4.
14?
So that's 14 people.
Can we
Give
slip
me-
14 vials into 14 drinks?
Oh no, I got a better plan. Tell you what, how's about you give me 15 of those doses?
15. Someone's
I
got
give him-
big plans.
I spend 15 gold. I don't do anything with gold. It's fine. That's why I'm here.
15
I'm
gold.
a walking bank.
Here you go, man. Nice transaction.
He takes the gold. Hands over to you.
I smile. I look around, and this is why my persuasion checks comes in handy. Ladies and gentlemen,
Your
present,
turn.
I would like to offer you all a very heartwarming gift for the opportunity.
Suggestion,
Strengthen-
suggestion, 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 suggestion,
I
suggestion.
can't affect that many people. I cannot affect that many people with suggestions.
Ah!
And I gotta say the goddamn spell, my guy. Come
Oh wait, it's mass suggestion that does that.
on. Yeah, I don't have that spell.
One of these days you will.
One of these days. I would just like to offer y'all a little bit of a gift. This fine gentleman here has offered us some useful accoutrement for the fights ahead, and I thought it'd be in the spirit to try and assist all of you. I have each purchased you one of these, if you would like.
I'll kind of turn. There's a voice shouting from back.
And why should we trust you?
Well, because there's only 2 of us, and it's gonna go one way or the other. I in this thing for you, or you remains on the ground, and well, you won't have anything to worry about, will you?
Roll
It's a
persuasion
win-win for
me.
you either. Yeah, it's
Because at this point, you're getting a few weird glances. A few people are kind of silently nodding their approval. 23.
Hmm.
I'm gonna roll some
Can I
insight checks.
give? I really wish I could give him the help action.
I mean, you can talk, say things. Can I roll that with advantage?
Let me think about what I'm gonna say.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna say no because you've already done it.
Ah, okay,
Yeah, true.
that's fine.
Never mind. It's all good.
It's all good.
Just rolling some dice. Okay, so immediately the Gilded Hammers and the Severed Sons sends a representative over to you. Gilded Hammers send a dwarf dressed in full glorious plate mail, and the Severed Sons send a white dragonborn, again dressed in plate mail. The dwarf and dragonborn approach. The dwarf just goes,
Hey, what is it you've got there?
Well, we've got ourselves a little bit of a stimulant that'll give a little bit pep to your blows. If you take it, I guarantee you'll have a better chance of hitting whatever you're fighting in there. Might I ask, which one of you is going first?
hey look,
Aye, it's us, the Gilded Hammers, mighty dwarven warriors.
Indeed, wouldn't want to let your men down. Here, how many are in your party?
Oh,
I give him 5.
oh. You're a fine man. Wish you luck in the fights.
this
You too.
turns, heads back.
Best of luck to you. We expect now an amazing spectacle with the help.
Absolutely phenomenal. And you,
see,
sir?
yeah, the dragonborn just looks.
What do you sell?
I do not sell anything. This is a gift I give to you freely.
A type of performance enhancement that'll only make the crowds cheer your names more, and maybe get more bets on your team. It's a win-win. Better fighting, better money odds.
As this white dragonborn kind of considers your offer and kind of leans over you, get this sheer sense of scale. This dragonborn must be going on 7 feet tall, visibly battle damaged. You see as one of its large hands comes out and grabs Kishore by the neck very loosely.
Why should I trust charity?
You don't have to trust the charity. You can take it or not. It's an offer if you want it, or you can keep it on you and have it for you. If you don't want to use it, you don't have to. I would suggest it. I just thought it would be helpful.
You feel the grip get a bit tighter on your throat as he lifts you out an inch off the ground, his kind of large forearms.
You take it, then I take it.
It doesn't work unless we're in the fight. I can't take it right now.
He did. He released you.
Then
It's
I
one
will
time.
not be taking it.
That's fine. Any of your people want any?
No.
And storms off.
Shit. And how about you?
Pats on the back to Kashaw.
And what about the third group?
You
Seem that
see,
they're not interested.
they didn't send anyone over to you. You got a few suspicious looks, but they didn't send anyone.
Well, fuck it. Hey, dwarves.
Let's keep 4 for ourselves.
Yeah, so that means we give the remaining 6 to those dwarves if they want it.
Oh my god, you're out of my mind.
No, like sell the rest of them to him. Nah,
Yeah.
just kidding. Don't sell
No,
them.
no,
Not
no,
worth
no,
it.
no, no, no. They're either gonna win spectacularly or
Or
die
fail miserably. Yeah.
and make things either easier for us either way. It's fine.
So it's a single use, lasts an hour.
Yeah. After that hour is over, until you take a long rest, you've got disadvantage on all ability rolls and attack rolls, skill checks.
Oh, sweet. Level 3 exhaustion.
Oh, this is why we don't do drugs, kids. But you see, I'm a shifty asshole, so
Oh, see, you may be indirectly responsible for their deaths.
I know. I don't feel bad about that. They know what they signed up for. I'm looking for the edge up. I'm lawful neutral.
Fair enough.
what they signed up for.
Damn. Cold.
This is following the law. It's fine.
This is following the contract to a T.
Right. As you finish peddling these illicit goods, you hear a shout from outside.
Are we ready to welcome our first fighting team?
And you actually begin to notice the heavy the crowd are slamming their feet against the ground to make a drumroll effect as cheers begin to pick up more and more. You hear cheers begin to pick up from outside as you can hear guards talking above. You see the gilded hammers fasten themselves up. I kind of look.
Ready?
They get the armor they have together. But each of them wields a warhammer. Put it on my shoulders, stand by the gate opening as you hear the announcer begin to announce outside.
Hailing from Spirit Scorn and led by Belmont Goldbraid, please welcome the returning champions, the Gilded Hammers.
Oh, now I feel really bad.
And you see as the large gates just open up to the arena, you can see masses of people outside, kind of doing a Mexican wave, going as the Gilded Hammers sprint out their heavy plate mail, carrying them forward into the arena. The gates close once again. You see there's a small viewing platform kind of in the gate, like some slits you can look through. You can do that if you wish, but you just hear the crowd get louder and louder and begin to cheer, and the announcer die down. Doesn't seem like fighting has begun yet.
So, Mav, ready for this?
As goddamn ready as I'll ever be, I suppose.
Yeah, well, at least you got a helmet.
Do you wish to look through the...
I'll keep an eye out, yeah.
Okay, so you head and look. Maverick, can I ask if you're spectating?
For a bit.
Okay. Yeah, so there's a few other people around you, all kind of huddle around the gate, open up the eye hole, and you look on this kind of... You notice a few things, firstly, about the arena. It has a number of traps dotted around in it, spike pits and various other locations. You see recent blood on the floor.
Telekinesis, let's go.
And you see the floor isn't dirt, which would be nice to fall on. The floor is pure cracked stone. You see the masses crowd around as the Gilded Hammers immediately rush into the center and take up a defensive position, their plate mail glinting as they put their warhammers out and assess the 4 gates the combatants could come out of. The crowd begins to die down as the gates, all in tandem. From each of these gates, a huge leaping figure darts out as 6 blink dogs with tails kind of coming overhead, just immediately compounding out. You see as they bounce the wall, teleport off, and go straight into combat.
Oh, thank God.
The Gilded Hammers, all kind of twitchy, immediately go for a strike. The first strike they do, a blink dog appears just as it's going to maul someone, and the Waterhammer arcs up, hits it across the jaw, which comes flying off, as the blink dog is 1-hit killed, lying on its back.
Ah,
The
crits.
crowd immediately goes wild as the Gilded Hammers begin to charge, and getting more and more confident, they head into the mix. However, you notice as one member of Gilded Hammers, 2 blink dogs at once maul him. You actually see bits of his armor come flying off as his corpse is thrown into a wall and goes limp. We all begin to look around a bit more panicked as these blink dogs begin to appear and disappear rapidly, coming out of nowhere to bounce, tear them apart, and disappear again. Soon enough, 3 blink dogs have been killed, but 3 remain as the dwarf you recognize, Belmond Goldbraid, stands in the center, a warhammer in either hand. He looks at all the blink dogs. Aye, come on, you bastards! A blink dog rushes towards him. He hits it straight in the side, and it flies off, feet through the air, teleporting as it goes, tumbles onto the floor. But as he does this, he goes to hit another one, and it seems his hand just opens as he flies, like he twitched, and his hand opens, dropping 1 warhammer. The blink dog latches onto his arm, pulls him to the ground. The other blink dog teleports through the air, lands straight on his chest, its large paw digging in, slowly crushing his ribs. You see, he kind of glances over to the gate as the blink dog, a smile comes across its toothy remorse, its mouth opens and bites down onto his face. His muffled screams last for a few seconds before his body goes limp, and the crowd kind of goes, ooh. You see handlers with chains begin to come out of the side areas, wrestle the blink dogs, get them back, and draw them back into the arena. The crowd begins to go quiet once again. You hear someone say, well, I guess I ain't coming back.
I look over at Maverick. I want to kind of get a gauge. Do you think Cash Out did the right thing or not?
He's really more so studying the fight tactics of like what he's of like these beasts.
Mm-hmm.
He's just looks deep in thought.
Well, we're next. You ready?
No. Yeah.
As you're having this conversation, a familiar figure comes behind you. The man with a bald head and hairline. He goes,
Hey, you ready, boys? 2 minutes till you're on.
Yeah, plenty ready. Why?
See, that was 4 people out there.
It was.
Was.
I think it's very brave you've gone for only 2. You'll do well.
That's all.
that's on my
That's
shoulder.
all we'll need, actually.
Plenty.
Well, I respect your attitude. It shows a lot of balls.
Yeah, well, when crowd's cheering for us and they realize that there's 2 of us, even though there's supposed to be 5, don't you think they'll be even more excited to down on on the underdog? Well,
Damn, is it too late to change our name now?
unfortunately. Well, best get to it. I tip my hat, I sling the loot around, and I take a deep breath as I compose in my head the kind of music that I'm going to be playing.
Well, good luck, my man.
You see as he walks off. Goes back to sit with his group of the 7 sons.
Sure. Any bouts of inspiration, now would be the best time to give it.
Well, I'm certain that we are going to walk away from this alive or dead. It's going to be great.
As you say this,
Also, we did get a short rest before this, right?
believe so. After
Yes,
the...
you did. At the
Yes,
break room
we
shit.
okay.
You got a short rest.
Cool.
Yep.
So I give him 1 bardic inspiration. It's a
As-
D8.
Let's go.
As you finish saying this, you kind of limber yourselves up, ready to go, crack your knuckles, look at your weapon, and you hear a in the arena outside as the doors in front of you. Do you enter?
Yes. I
Can I
start. Oh, what are you asking?
I was just gonna ask, what kind of entry do you do? Do you just kind of walk in stoically, or are you doing cartwheels? Or...
Oh, fuck no. So, I played this up 100% for Yucks.
Go ahead.
Kashaw's guitar starts to play a soft, slow tune as he starts to use prestidigitation to spark and ignite and create, walkout firework effect. As he calls
Okay.
out with his voice, he's like, "Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for a spectacle you've never seen. We here." Fuck, what was our name?
Radiant resistance.
Yeah. We here of the Radiant Resistance. We are only 2 members, but we will be able to successfully complete this bout. And keep in mind that we will be victorious. And I just start going ham on the...
Okay, as you're doing this, you see that the crier stands. From all over the Empire, our new entry, the Radiant Resistance. Let us see if this group has what it takes to prosper over the threats in the arena. Bring the beasts forward.
I'm just gonna...
I draw Purifier and with a light cantrip on it to help aid in Kashaw's performance
Okay, so you...
as it glows 20-foot radius.
I
As
guess
you-
I should add an advantage to that. Hold on.
Yep, that's my help. Is just a fucking big ass glowing sword.
There we go.
24.
Hey!
So you play the guitar, you do this marvelous entrance. As you raise the sword, the entire crowd stands up and cheers. You look around, the
Let's
crowd
go.
erupts, coming to their feet. You see some people are pumping their fists in the air. The roar is thunderous, almost deafening. Must be hundreds in attendance here. Many wave colourful flags, while others watch you with careful, measured patience, their money riding on your performance. As you do this, Maverick, you lower your sword, and just as you do, you see the far gate open up. From within, you hear heavy footfalls. Can
I do
you
not own any tokens.
see?
I do not own any ticket. Okay.
I'm just gonna.
Can you any way you can change my vision to 120 feet?
I can indeed.
Yeah, because I have that Eldritch sight now.
Well, I don't know how exactly to do that, but what I'm just gonna say is you just do that so you have the entire thing seen, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Makes sense.
So as you
Okay.
head out into the arena, this far gate here opens immediately opposite you, and you hear... You see a glimpse of white fur as a lumbering beast emerges. The beast stands on all fours, and underneath mounds of white fur you see pale blue skin and a large fanged mouth. The eyes burn red with anger, and you see what looks to be a large wounded yeti. It mounts up to its full size of nearly 12 feet tall and bangs on its chest. It looks immediately towards you. The announcer says, "Let the fight begin!" Roll initiative for me.
Okay.
Gonna enter you all into initiative here.
I
Yeah.
rolled I rolled a 15 on D&D Beyond, but oops. I didn't click the dice thing on the Foundry.
Don't worry.
But do I risk clicking the dice thing on Foundry and getting a worse result?
Yes.
I don't think so. I kind of want to keep my 15. Fuck it, I'll do it.
Okay.
14. Doesn't matter. It's the same result all around.
7. Let's go.
I am inspired at least.
Okay. So, first to act, unfortunately, is the Yeti. You see it screeches as it sees you. You see it seems to have spears put into the back of its legs to anger it as it was exiting. And you see as it immediately bounds directly towards you. It, can it get immediately to you? It can't quite, so it's gonna head as far as it can. You see as it leaps over a stone wall, lands there, and what it is gonna do... Kishore, it looks straight towards you, its eyes glaring into you. I need you to make a constitution save for me.
Oh, it knows magic. Oh no.
We didn't think this was gonna be easy, did we?
No, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, so you see this Yeti bounds towards you, jumps straight over this remainder of a stone wall, lands, digs its feet into the ground. Sure, it looks straight towards you, its eyes flash blue. I need you to make a constitution save for me.
Alright, I'm trying.
Come on, Cashew, let's go. Oh.
It's not rolling. Okay, hold on. It's only a
I know,
plus 1.
Kashaw, you have a really good constitution, actually.
I do?
Oh, wait, never mind. That's Victor. That has really good
Yeah, I
constitution.
was about to say, no.
Also,
Kashaw's twiggy, my guy.
If Victor was in... Oh, my God. Imagine if we did a swap. If Kashaw was in Eris and Victor was in here.
Victor would fuck this shit up.
Yeah, true. He is a fucking level
I have
7
an army and
necromancer.
whole person.
True.
Oh my god.
do you want to do it just normal? Are you doing it normal dice or through your character sheet?
I was trying to do it through my character sheet, but it is not going so well, so I'm just...
Yeah. I think you would a plus
is
1.
Beyond 20 breaking for you?
Yeah.
That's a nat 20.
There's this cold ray that comes straight towards you. You look and you bounce to one side, and as you bounce to one side, you actually continue playing your guitar. As you do so, you kind of slide. The floor next to you sprouts ice crystals, and again the crowd goes wild as you do this. Maverick, you seek short ice crystals next to you. It's your turn.
Oh boy, here we go. My sword is at the ready. You know, Kishal, there's some tricks I know as well.
Love to see him, and I'm sure the crowd would.
I'm gonna, as a bonus action, I'm gonna manifest my echo. Let's go.
Okay. Can I ask
You
how
can
you
use a
do
bonus
that?
action to magically manifest an echo of myself in an unoccupied space I can see within 15 feet of me. I'm gonna make it directly behind him.
I'm just gonna make
The
a
echo
copy
lasts until it is destroyed, or if I dismiss it as a subsequent bonus action.
Okay, so you're gonna make it here?
Wait,
gonna-
the echo lasts until it is destroyed. You dismiss it as a bonus action. You manifest another echo, or until you're incapacitated. My echo has 17 AC, 1 HP, and immunity to all conditions. If it has to make a saving throw, it uses my stats. It is my size, occupies the same space as I would. If my echo is ever more than 30 feet of me, it vanishes, and I summon another one.
As you do that, can I ask how you do that? As in, do you like slam your ground into the floor of a magical burst, or what form do you want this to take as you summon your echo?
You see, there's I kind of like channel my celestial soul. My eyes glow gold, and I have this aura, and then it kind of just like leaves me, kind of goes underneath his feet, and comes up in the shape of a humanoid until it's an echo of myself, and the radiance of me looks like it's gone.
Okay, there's
But
this.
my echo looks like how I look like in my radiant soul form, with glowing eyes and this slight aura.
So there's this golden energy that goes straight into the Yeti. You see, he just goes, and behind him, this humanoid figure begins to morph and take shape from this golden energy. As it does so, there's an almost exact replica of you, but with glowing hair as if there's no gravity, and bright golden eyes. The entire crowd continues to pump out. You see a few people in the crowd begin to look nervous. Their money perhaps against you. Now, what else would you like to do?
Pincer.
Okay.
Let's go!
Time to make my attack. Make an attack with Purifier.
Go ahead, roll it for me.
Oh, wait. That's only a 14. I will probably... Nah, I won't do it. I want to see what this thing's AC is. I'm not going to use Inspiration. I want to see if a 14 hits. Okay, good.
That's
okay.
a hit. Roll damage for me.
Slashing one-handed damage, 11.
Very,
It rolled
very
both
nice.
damage dice. I have to change my beyond 20 settings to do.
Don't worry about it.
only.
So as you summon this echo, you draw, you hold Purify forward and you rush and you immediately slice it straight across the thigh with this a beautiful strike. But Yeti doesn't really know what's happening, so just and it's kind of dark blue blood begins to flow down and mat its fur. You see it's visibly hurt as it stumbles backwards, and once again, the crowd is very much on your side by this point. Is that your turn?
No, I'm gonna use, no, I should save it. I should do it, I should save it. I'm not gonna do any of my action surge or anything like that. I will, however, can we do some sort of a marker of which one is the real one and which one is me?
I tried, but unfortunately it applies to both of you, so if I did something like that,
Wait.
it applies to both.
Oh, okay. True.
I think I have a way around it.
Can
Yeah,
you
if you-
rename one of the... Oh, yeah, never mind. It's
If
fine.
you just tell me what you want to do next, I'll get to it. Oh, that's a bit big.
I could swap positions. Never mind. I'm actually gonna hold my ground here.
You're gonna
Never mind.
hold ground?
I'm gonna hold my ground. Yeah.
Okay, sure. Because it's your turn. I'd like to do.
All right. With a rip-roaring chorus, I cast Haste on Maverick.
Oh.
Okay.
My fret playing to match the tempo of the song that's currently playing, and he feels all powered up.
Okay, so
I'm gonna move 3 spaces down. I'm gonna move to the other side of the pit that the Yeti's on.
okay. Do you mean this one over here?
Yes, just below it.
This fair?
Yeah. Perfect. Actually, 1 step back, please. No. One
Back.
more step
One
south.
step down. There we go.
There we
Yeah.
go. And one more to the left.
There you go.
Perfect.
This music.
And as I cast that spell, I'm going to weave a vicious curse at it.
Okay.
Basically saying, "What? This is the best y'all could bring out? Some giant snow? What do you know?" And he needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, you're gonna mock
Okay.
it.
Mocking the poor beast. You know, just because of the situation, I'm gonna give him the disadvantage on this. He's chained in an arena. He's not exactly good to do this. That is a 13 or a natural 1.
That is a failure. Both were failures.
Nice. Okay, roll damage for me.
So, I will.
Do you have disadvantage on his next attack because he's mocked?
He does. Sorry, trying to use
Okay.
this sheet. It's fine.
I think that Foundry plugin broke for some reason with the new update. I think you'll just have to do it manually.
All right, it's cool. 2d4.
I had to download a new. Hold on. Let's see. Versatile weapons. Use weapon one-handed. Fixed.
Okay. So, Kishore, as you strum your guitar tune in time to the music that only we can hear right now, Maverick, you feel a sense of haste come over you. You feel your movements enhanced and everything better. Kishore
7
darts
points of
past you,
psychic damage.
stands, and shouts specifically at you, turns. Confused expression comes over his face and he just goes...
All
7
right,
points
so
psychic damage.
buddy,
Nice.
you have a +2 to your AC. You have advantage on dexterity saving throws. Additional actions on each of your turns, and you are double speed.
20 AC and 2 attacks. Let's
Okay.
go.
With that, the Yeti immediately turns, but back to Maverick in front of him, just goes, and it's going to make 2 claw attacks.
20 AC. First one at disadvantage. Let's go.
First one at disadvantage, that brings it to a 15 to hit. Second one.
Nada.
Second one doesn't hit either. Okay.
Let's go!
So you just and you bring your sword up. Both you bring your sword up to block the first one, deflect with a massive clawed paw, and duck under the second one. You see as the Yeti looks, and as it does so, it just turns its head, looks straight at Kishore. Kishore, I need you to make another Constitution save for me.
Oh, this bitch. Okay.
Let's go.
Do I have Warcaster? I have Warcaster as a feat. I get advantage on War. Fuck! Sorry. I'm trying to keep track of all my stuff.
Warcaster.
I don't want to be nervous here. Okay. Here we go.
Constitution. Papushin. Tetrution.
Oh, 19.
Again.
Okay, cool.
Nice. So again, there's this cold beam that comes towards you, and you dodge off, and you manage to continue your spell of haste as you do so. The ground next to you turning into frost crystals. The Yeti is getting visibly frustrated. It hasn't landed a single hit, and it is looking decently hurt at this point. Maverick, you're up.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Let's go.
Action. I have 2 attacks. I can now replace one of my attacks to make it from my echo space now that I have haste. So I'm gonna do something really cheeky. I'm going to attack with Purifier first. That is an 18 plus mods.
Roll damage for me.
Max 12.
Okay.
And as a bonus action, I am going to swap places
Okay.
with my echo and hit him from the back with my next attack.
Mix
So
and
we
match.
blink,
Let's go.
we blink and switch places
Okay.
and attacking him, like gonna get him right in the Achilles tendon.
Okay.
That is a fucking crit.
Roll a D100 for me.
Let's go.
You had no reason to be panicked at all. My god, you're carrying here.
So 2d8 plus 4 now. Let's go.
Yeah, so roll a D100 as well.
12 damage. In 18. I bet this
Okay.
looks like an absolute spectacle for Kashaw. Like, I attack, and in mid-swipe, I do like that DBZ instant transmission, and then
Yeah,
back
man.
again.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm vibing over it.
With the 18, there's going to be another +5 damage to that, so it's going to be 17 damage.
17 damage, let's go!
17 damage.
I want to see how the crowd reacts to this fucking swap and crit.
Okay. With the first strike, it goes straight across his large pot belly almost. It slices across. You see a bit of his gut come out and he holds it in as you go straight to a place of the echo. You haven't ever done this before, but it feels instinctual with this radiant power you have, and you pop up behind him, slice across both Achilles tendons. You see as he falls to the ground onto his knees, holding his gut. He just looks up and wails to the sky. The entire crowd just begins pumping the fists in the air, waving banners and playing trumpets.
Let's go.
Let's fucking go!
Sure, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna follow up on that, and I'm gonna cast Shatter at the point right above him, so it doesn't hit either of the Mavericks and just the Yeti.
Okay.
Now it's his turn to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, so you cast Shatter here. Mm-hmm. Wrong place. Cast it there.
Just so that it's in his space, yes.
Yeah. Fancy spell effects there. Constitution save.
Hey, nice one. Con save, let's go.
Yeti is of good constitution. That's a 17.
Yeah, they do. They're big beefy boys.
It's okay, he still takes half of 3d8,
Might just be
I
enough.
believe. 3d8 thunder damage, yes. Yes, and any of the inorganic material in that gets, like, fucking destroyed, so just mind that. Here, let me roll this.
Very intense.
Come on!
7 points of
7
damage.
thunder damage.
Kishore, how do you want your Shatter to kill this beast?
All right, so as this is all happening, roaring on this guitar. As I see the Yeti come to its knees, I just power strum it down and blast it into the pit.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the concussive force is right on the other side of him.
So with Shatter there, you see as he turns, there's this of energy. Immediately, there's this in the air. You see as he turns, there's a blast straight to his body. And because he already had his Achilles tendons cut, he's just on his knees and he slumps over to one side. These pieces of wood covering the spike pit immediately shatter into pieces as the heavy, massive body of the Yeti falls through, and there's a sudden as he is spiked in a million places. The crowd immediately just goes, yeah, ooh, as the Yeti falls limp, almost filling the entirety of the spike pit. You see as the announcer kind of gets up, he's about to say something, then he just kind of gives a smile as everyone begins to kind of quiet down, and there's a clap coming from everywhere. You see us with the gates behind you. Open up once again.
Before we head out, I turn around and I look at the crowd. I give a bow and a tip of my hat and I say, keep in mind, this was just the two of us. Imagine what wonders you may see with all 5 Radiant Resistance members present. And I'll make another fucking persuasion check. I don't give a shit.
I'm gonna say performance.
check.
Yeah.
Oh, performance? Okay, that's fine. Can I get advantage? Because, you know, Maverick's
Yeah.
Maverick? Awesome.
Maverick is Maverick.
Alright, not bad. 19.
19?
20. Where? Yeah.
20, yeah. Yeah, the crowd all go wild with this. You see banners flying. People seem to be hurriedly exchanging gold and making new bets. Some people actually rush out of the stands to what you assume is to go and make new bets. And yeah, they're loving this. And you see a few of the teams staring at you from within the barracks area as you are beckoned forward.
I give a smirk as I walk in, cocky as shit.
How long does this haste last?
Aw, dog, this haste lasts some time. Not really.
As long as you stay concentrating, yeah.
Yeah, this haste lasts for 1 minute, unfortunately.
Well, it is some time, technically, yeah.
It is quite a bit of time. It's an entire fight.
It's okay, but to be fair, you'll feel incredibly exhausted afterwards, but you don't have to worry about that. It's only for 1 round, 6 seconds.
Alright, so I assume you are heading back into the barracks.
Yep.
Okay. Whew. As you head back in,
too bad.
You see the large dragonborn steps up from one corner, so the gates close behind.
That was a good performance. It's a shame we will have to top it.
My offer still stands, friend. If you need someone for your party, please feel free. I mean, that was terrifying. I sure would hate to see it all.
We will not fail. Just remember the name Heska for Frozen when you hear it being shouted by the crowd. Right.
Can I want to do something cocky as well with Kashaw, and as me and my other Maverick is walking behind him, can me and other Maverick just do like this fist bump thing and he dematerializes into me again?
Oh.
You can, yeah.
Yes.
And it seems you absorb with radiant energy as you fist bump and materializes back into you. See his eyes kind of twitch.
Like...
Magic is a substitute for real skill.
Sure.
Sure. You can convince yourself of that, but it takes someone real skilled to be able to even control it.
Quiet, boy. You're in a bigger world now.
You see as the Dragonborn cracks his neck, and it's not like a bony crack, it's like a horrible, scaly kind of...
As he walks out, I give him one last little insult. I want a vicious mockery, but I'm not going to. Big man, little words. Good luck.
Fair enough.
You see as he approaches the gate. You hear the announcer once again pick up from outside.
Hailing from the cold wastes of Kolberg, the severed sons.
The gates open, the crowd picks up in volume before a cold silence comes over you again. Again, you have the option to spectate if you'd like, But you reckon you have probably about 3 or 4 minutes until your next round.
Oh shit! I got one spell slot, my guy.
How many? How much until our next round? How much time?
3 or 4 minutes.
3 or 4 minutes. I'm gonna go find a secluded. I'm not gonna watch this one. I'm gonna find a place to sit.
Okay. Yeah, there's like there's loads of nooks in the wall that could be used as sleeping areas. They've got bits of hay in them. It looks like it once could have been a tomb, because they're essentially just beds hewn into the rock.
I mean, there is a fourth group. They need to go too.
Yeah.
There might be more time, maybe.
So it's this round done, when it'll be the next group, then it'll be you afterwards, because the first group is obviously eliminated.
Okay. This will be interesting.
I want to wave Kashaw over because I want to ask him about his equipment.
Okay. I'll walk over. What's up?
I want to know what kind of weapons you have on your person.
I've got a crossbow, some bolts, and a dagger.
All right. Very well. Ooh. Could I? Class features.
So, none of you are watching this fight, am I correct?
No.
Okay. Yeah, so as you kind of go over to this quiet corner, you just hear shouts picking up and going down. You hear a few oohs. Apart from that, stuff is relatively normal. You think stuff is going well.
I have a plan of actually this could work with
Okay.
if making it a making a weapon my packed weapon, as long as it is no longer than no farther than 5 feet from me, it becomes magical to overcome resistances.
Oh, I already have a magical crossbow.
Oh, you already have that magical I forgot you did.
That's +1.
I forgot you got that really cool ornate crossbow.
Yeah.
That was before party days.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, shit. I was gonna say, like, if you were to stand next to me and I was gonna use my shield master abilities, you would have a magical melee weapon, and I don't.
Yeah,
need to
it's
make
just,
pure
I'm a
fireball.
bard. I had 3 spell slots. I used 2 in the last fight. I've got first level, so, we're vibing.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Just haste me again?
I can't haste you. That's a 3rd level spell, my guy. I've
No,
got
that haste actually crit. That was fucking
Yeah, no,
awesome.
I've got fairy fire. I can
yeah.
give
If
you
it's a
more
group
advantage.
of enemies, fairy fire. If not, I'd probably just mock something to death.
Yeah, I'll try. I've also got 1 healing word. We'll see how this goes.
If you you have I'll ask you to probably tie that dagger to your belt so it dangles. That's all I'll ask you to do.
I take a
For
piece
future
of rope.
reference, as long as you can, if you need help with concentrating on something, I can help with something to at least save you.
And
So,
you still have my inspiration, mind you. I also have all of those still, so I can
I
cut
do.
it.
I still have that D8. Yeah,
Yeah, so.
I think it's a D8, right?
Yep, it's a D8, and I also have
Great.
cutting words, so that might be useful here.
Oh yeah, you will definitely use all the cutting words.
Let's hope so.
All right. Yeah. And we'll, after our couple minute powwow here.
Powwow, yeah.
Yeah, just powwow, checking equipment, making, having a plan. Maverick's making a little bit of a plan
Okay.
with that dagger.
Okay.
And we'll go back to spectate probably like the last minute of this.
Yeah, so there's
the
about
last,
a minute
of the next
left
fight.
by the time you actually go to spectate. You see, it looks like actually 2 of the Severed Sons have been killed. This was the largest group, it's 6 people. You see they're lying on the floor motionless, but one thing you notice is the Dragonborn you talk to wields what looks to be a double-bladed scimitar of sorts and is effortlessly spinning it around against 2 green drakes. Slices one open, and the rest of his teammates kind of bounce off a wall, backflips onto the top of another one, flips a dagger around, embeds it into the cranium and twists it, making Mac Drake fall to the floor. Phil stand in the center, wave a victorious hand, and are waved off. You hear the gates open as they enter, having a decently casual talk to say they were just in the arena fighting for their lives on.
Good one.
They go and sit back next to their corner. The gates close behind them.
See, I told you magic was not needed.
Well, I mean, you lost 2 people. We didn't even get touched, so not really a good measure.
You fought a Yeti, we fought 2 drakes.
Oh, wow. 2? Don't play yourself up as some big time. Trust me, you ain't seen nothing.
He stares right at you and just goes, spits on the floor. Goes on to whatever he's doing.
I look over at Maverick and I whisper under my breath, you know, it's almost disappointing I'm only working at half capacity. I barely got any.
You know, Maverick, I'm listening to Kashab, but I also want to study the battlefield. Is there any breath weapon damage on the battlefield post-fight?
As in from the drakes?
From the Dragonborn.
There's bits of frost littered all over the battlefield.
He's white.
Yeah, he's a white dragon. Well, a white dragon.
I want to make sure that if we ever get into a conflict with him, that he doesn't like point blank breathe cold cone in our face.
Okay.
They all use like breath weapons.
With this, a minute or so passes, and once again you hear the announcer outside.
Hailing from Shade Pass, the recoverers of the arcane.
A gate open. You see the recoverers of the arcane begin to get us up together. They're dressed in the myriad of leather and chainmail armor. Their leader looks like an elven woman who wields 2 large curved short swords. And you notice the person you were talking to, with a kind of patchy hair, he seems to be one of the members of the Recoverers of the Arcane. As he stands up, puts another mysterious pouch back into his pocket. The gates open up as they rush into the field. The crowd gets louder and then dips as the gates close again. Silence. Nothing but the steady sound of your heartbeat keeping you company, as you hear shouts continue outside. Anyone watching this fight?
Yeah, I'll watch this one.
Okay, watching this one?
Specifically the balding man.
Specifically the balding man, okay.
Yes. The peddler.
Kishore, are you watching?
Yeah, I'll watch.
He'll watch the lady, I know.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, I'll watch the peddling merchant.
Okay, so you go over and watch what's happening. They go out onto the ground. You see the peddling merchant seems to have a large pike in his hands, where he's kind of just holding out at arm's length, scanning all the gates. 2 of the gates open, and you see what looks like 2 large insectoid beasts with almost praying mantis-like bodies, but much larger.
No.
Come out, glance out of that field, so look straight towards them. You see as the elven female looks, and he's like, "Ankegs, get into position." Draws both swords.
At least it wasn't us.
As 2 Ankegs go, they begin to actually climb up the walls, and 1 Ankeg goes upside down on the rope ceiling, kind of wrapping its legs about. As it goes, jumps straight on top of a group. You see the elven lady sees one coming, and wields a spell you've not seen before. They go to punch, but you see the fist coated in eldritch energy, very much like that of the eldritch blast, but condensed to a moat around the fist. As just straight across the Ankeg's face, it goes scuttling a few feet backwards. Part of its chitin skin kind of cracked off. He goes, and the fight continues. You see the guy with a pike, he stabs one in the underbelly, twists it, and looks as it doesn't do anything, and a large sweeping praying mantis-like leg bats him to one side, blades on it, slicing across his chest as he hits against the wall. Breathing as he kind of hastily gets to his feet, the rest of the group are in battle as Ankegs come. You see one person, because this is only a team of 4, one person rushes forward, he's whipped onto his back by one Ankeg, whilst the other just impales him 3 times, stomach, chest, and then in the head. unmoving. They begin to turn its dire situation. The lady continues to use this kind of eldritch fist spells, and suddenly it's just the elven lady and the guy with a pike. As they're just in the corner, the other guy has just been finished being slammed into a wall and pierced through the stomach, leaving a hole in the stone. They turn, they whisper something to each other. As you see, a single dagger is thrown into the head of one of the ankegs, and the guy with a pike begins to twist his hand around, summoning some arcane sigils. Another dagger is thrown into the other ankeg. You see their heads almost drawn together, and they can no longer remove their heads from each other, as it seems they're magnetized to each other. The guy with a pike rushes forward, slices through two of their legs, hits one in the abdomen, twists it, and fells one. Unfortunately, as he does so, corpse comes down and just flattens his legs, so the other ankeg just bites his head clean off. So it turns back to the elven lady, who is now the last one standing with the two blades. Alright. Rushes forward, jumps through the air, hits it straight in both temples at once, through a thick chitin. But as this happens, the insectoid legs come up and pierce two ways through the stomach, as both fall at once onto the ground. The crowd kind of goes, oh.
Oh. Everyone dies. Everything dies.
No one wins. And you see some the handlers who normally come in to control the animals afterwards, they kind of look a bit shocked, and the medics come on at the same time and get everything cleared up. The Dragonborn says,
The magic does not work.
Yeah, well, if we manage to win this next one, it kind of becomes a moot point. Methodology means nothing in the face of skill. So, how's about we just prove it to you once and for all?
Well, speaking of which, you're up next.
and you hear the announcer outside say,
2 of our 4 teams are down. Place your bets in the final round. Which team will be the last left standing?
Fuck, I hope it's us.
Stuff is continuing to be cleared out outside. As once again, the crowd begins to get louder. You reckon you have about another 2 minutes. Is there any final preparation you would wish to do in these 2 minutes?
Yeah, can I take a long rest and get all my stuff?
Can I take a
In 2
long
minutes, yeah. Just
Can I
okay,
take
I'm
some
good.
take some cocaine, long rest, let's go.
Listen, hey, Potion Man, do you have anything that happens to simulate
He's dead.
10 minutes?
Yeah, his
he's dead.
legs were crushed by an ankeg.
Unfortunate. Well, we're either gonna die or this is gonna go great.
I haven't used any of my magic yet, Kashon.
Alright, well,
only a
I've
brief
used almost
moment
all,
of it.
so, you know, this is gonna go great. Sure of it. I'm just gonna try to keep to my distance if I can, so. Sorry if I leave all the fighting to you, friend. Not that
It's all right.
useful.
No, you're fine. You're more than useful.
Okay.
Shall we?
We shall.
So are you going to stand by the gates? You're going to fight?
Yep.
Okay.
Sword draws again. The light cantrip making it glow.
The seconds that pass here are perhaps some of the slowest seconds you have ever experienced, as all you can hear is the sound of each other's breaths, and you can hear your own heartbeat echoing in your ears. Taste of iron comes to your mouth. You can't face it away as you stand looking at the stone gate. Soon enough, you hear the bellowing voice just beyond the stone gate.
Right. Let's see how
Forget the name.
Radiant resistance.
Radiant, that's it.
Let's see how the Radiant Resistance fares in round 2.
The gates come open as the entire crowd begins to cheer louder and louder as you enter.
Another light cantrip blade flourish.
You two make another performance check for me as you enter.
Woo, let's go!
I'm doing another blade flourish. I give him the help action.
Not terrible, not the greatest.
It's not bad at all.
Listen, two brain cells between the both of us and a dream. And we're gonna make
Yep.
it.
18?
We're gonna make it work.
The crowd seems less enthusiastic because it is the same shtick they saw in the first one, but they're still into it, pumping their fists, waving banners, and as you enter, they all begin to drum their feet on the stone surface, creating an earthquake almost around the entire area. You hear a horn as you enter. So,
I'm still saving my trump card for the last round because we are getting to the last round, Kashan.
as you stand, the crowd seems silent for a second, as instead it is this gate that opens. You see as it slides up, you hear it, and you can't really place it. Apart from Maverick, you've heard this sound before. Upon your very first entry into Or's Rest, you hear a stony, like claws approaching as you see a horrible hellhound with wings almost, but completely carved from stone and with a horrible deep crimson magic in every single crevasse and crack around it. Its wings extend fully and immediately tries to leap for the sky, but as it does so, it hits the rope and falls back to the ground. As you see a gargoyle approach in front of you.
So how tall is the ceiling, by the way?
It's probably already 20 feet up.
20 feet up.
Okay. One initiative for me.
Oh boy. Let's
Nice.
go.
I am first to act. Let's
Nice.
go.
Okay. So,
Wait.
Maverick, as you see this gargoyle, you have fought one of these things before and you immediately spring into action. You see it just come out perched. What do you wish to do?
Wait, it didn't roll my initiative. It's the same you know what? This is fine.
Oh
This
wait,
is
no,
fine.
I can edit it. If you roll again, I can manually do it.
Okay, sorry. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
mind.
No, do it again. No, it's fine.
Do it again.
You might
There's
get
always a
better than a
chance for-
16. Who knows?
Could get a natural 20.
I mean,
Yeah, good.
It's true. I could.
It is very possible.
Okay. Yeah, I think the carrot sheet thing isn't working at all.
Yeah, no, it's kind of dope.
I don't-
Oh,
yeah,
no,
I
it's,
used-
It's worse. It's the.
Well, at the
I
end of the day,
use
it's
D&D
alter.
Beyond.
Yeah,
I don't use character sheet. I use D&D Beyond with Beyond 20 linked to it.
Okay. Maverick, as you see this gargoyle emerge, look at its surroundings, it fixes its eyes on you, and you fix your eyes back. What do you wish to do?
I want to move up 5, 10, 15. As a bonus action, I'll summon my echo 15 feet in front of me, right in front of the gargoyle.
Just there?
Yep. And as my attack action, I'll make an attack from my echo's position.
Okay. Well, tip for me. So again, you rush forward, there's this golden
run
radiant
up.
energy.
Yep.
Goes 15 feet in front of you, and it materializes in front of this gargoyle. Its head kind of tilts as it rushes forward. It tries to take a bite out of the echo, and it's just confused for a second.
I wonder if I'll use the inspiration now. Do I?
Because I cannot tell you if that's a hit before.
Because it's a 14, and I think it's stony. It's either going to be right on or going to be super off. I'm going to use the D8, yeah.
Okay. So,
Yeah, so that's a 21 to hit.
as your blade is coming round, it's you see, and it's about to hit the large stone surface of its shoulder. You make an adjustment right at the last second, and cleave it down between the neck. All damage me.
Yeah, thanks.
AC
I
15.
was super worried. I was like, oh, nice. 7 points of magical slashing.
7 points, and you do have a magical weapon, so that's full.
Yep.
7 points. Okay, so that goes to... Okay. Anything else on this turn?
Does summoning the echo cost 15 feet of movement? No, just swapping takes 15 feet of movement of my own movement. If your echo is ever more than 30 feet of you, at the end of my turn, it is destroyed. So I could move back, actually, which I might. Just up against the wall here. Yeah, I think that's 30 feet. Yeah, 25.
Okay. So you restored summon your echo, do a
Yep.
beautiful shot across, and then just retreat backwards as you see it is infatuated with the echo. Brings us to a turn of the gargoyle, who is immediately being attacked by this weird materialized form in front of it, is going to go and just claw straight across its stomach. I'll roll the hit for you. So it's
My
got an
AC on the echo is 17.
Oh no, that was awful. Natural 3. Doesn't hurt. That's it. The echo just kind of ducks under it, and it kind of looks confused again, and it's going to go for a bite attack against it. That one is a hit, luckily. And the echo is going to take 8 points of piercing damage.
It just instantly poofs away.
Okay, but the teeth come round, the equivalent of your head, and go to bite, but instead of exploding your skull like a watermelon, it just it dissipates around it, and the entire echo in front goes. You see, as the gargoyle stands more proudly on its stubby hind legs. Then it fixes its eyes and sees you still stood by the door and goes. Right, sure, you're up. What do you want to do?
I could might
Alright,
need a little inspiration, maybe.
Did you already use it?
I did. I just used it earlier. Yeah, made sure
All
that
right,
hit.
cool. So I'll use my bonus action to give him a little bit more inspiration.
How'd you do that?
Okay, so that's 2 of those. I'm gonna try to keep those ready to go. I'm going to move northwards.
Okay.
Just a little bit. Not going near the eye. Left 1 and up 1. Okay. And I'm going to
Viciously
Okay.
mock it.
Can I also ask how you give Maverick inspiration? What do you do to do that?
So, I look over to him, I pat him on the shoulder, and I just say, "It's a good trick, Mav. I really hope you don't run out of it." And
I actually can't run out of him.
oh, that's even more impressive. Let's go. And I turn and I look at, as I walk away, I say, insulting gargoyles. I should have something. What, did they cancel your show back in the
Dry
2000s?
skin.
Yeah. It's like,
It's a 10 on a wisdom save, so you can go ahead and roll damage as well.
Unfortunately, yeah.
alright.
So they cancel your show back in the 2000s. That's enough. I'd say that's enough.
Good enough for me.
Yeah, you string together this weird abstract insult of something no one's ever really heard of.
That's fitting. That's actually fitting. That's
Okay.
only 2 damage.
Its head
I
tilts,
don't
it doesn't even
understand.
understand the language you're speaking, but it just goes
2
damage.
Let's go.
Okay. Brings us to return of Maverick. Your echo has just been destroyed. Shaw has just strung an insult you don't quite understand. But it is your turn to act. What do you wish to do?
Oh, this is gonna be interesting. I point Purifier at it. Guiding Bolt.
Okay. Okay. Is that a save or roll to hit?
Roll to hit.
Nice, roll to hit for me.
That is a 22 to hit for 22 points of radiant damage.
Okay. Oh.
I point Purifier and say, like, wrong one, and blast it right in the chest.
Okay. Your sword begins to shimmer with energy and shake slightly as this guiding bolt sizzles across the air, and it hits straight in its stony chest. It kind of looks confused. The insult turns its head back to you and hits it in the chest. The golden energy replaces the deep crimson between the stone cracks as it dissipates out, and the eyes for a second turn golden, and it seems to fight off the energy. But you see its chest has actually caved in slightly from the damage. Stumbles backwards, its eyes fixed on you. What do you wish to do?
Alright. I'm gonna tactically move because shield master 5, 10, 15. Place my shield up. Beckon. And I'm going to action surge and
Okay.
hold that action.
Okay.
Let's go.
It's
I'm
the
gonna
turn.
action surge and hold that action.
Okay, it is the turn of a gargoyle. It sees you. Its wings immediately flex behind it. It's going to use 10 feet of its movement to get 10 feet in the air. And then it is going to go straight towards you. It's actually going to go... It's going to go right here, actually. It's going to come right down there, down 5 feet, and as it goes down 5 feet, its claw is going to come around to try and attack Kishore.
I'm gonna use my reaction, my held action,
Okay.
actually.
Okay.
Oh, what would it do? This is right where I would turn, grab the dagger on his belt, and cast darkness.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh god.
I look, don't worry, and I grab the dagger hanging on his belt, and as I see him coming, and we're enveloped in magical darkness.
Okay, is that, please, what area of effect is that? How big?
That is a 15-foot radius sphere,
Centered on me.
centered on Kashaw.
Okay. So. Oh.
He comes in, and all of a sudden, don't worry, and I grab the dagger on his belt and light that up there, dim that down in darkness.
But
Yeah,
the
but
hilarious part about it is we can still see him.
The
There's an
scariest part about that
immediate-
is you can't see, I can see.
Yeah.
No, he was hit by guiding bolt.
Yes, that's the point. That is exactly the point.
Either
Exciting.
way,
You get advantage, and I
he's
get
still
advantage.
going for an attack. Kishore, in the darkness, you just see this golden shape now, just a claw coming straight towards
Yep.
you. That's the disadvantage, I assume.
That means Kashaw would have advantage on the attack, and the
Yeah.
glittering will go away, and I have advantage because I have Devil Sight and
But
can
he
see
also
in
has
magical darkness.
disadvantage to hit you because he can't see Miss Darkness.
Correct. Yes. Yeah, so it's double advantage for us and disadvantage on him.
Yeah, 2 attacks
Big
against
brain
Kishore.
moves, Kashaw. Let's go.
Natural
Let's go.
20, but disadvantage. That brings it to a... Still an 18 plus 4, 22.
You can still cutting words it because it's a creature you can see.
Okay, yeah, I'll use that. I'll roll a d8,
Okay.
and hopefully it's high enough. My AC is
Oh,
not
can
that
I
high,
still?
by the way.
Oh, can I still?
Can you still... What, sorry? You... Cut out.
Impose his shield.
Wait, no, never mind. He still has disadvantage anyway because of the.
That's
the darkness.
that's just gonna drop the damage by 2. It's fine.
Okay, drop damage by 2?
Aw.
Okay.
Drop the damage by 2. Unfortunate.
You're gonna take 4 points of piercing damage as a bite comes straight through, and you have a horrible crunching sensation on your forearm as you look about you playing your guitar as stony teeth sink in and tear your flesh. It's gonna immediately then go for a claw attack on you.
Oh, you bitch.
Critical failure.
All right.
And as it goes for a
Hey.
claw attack, it lunges too far forward. I'm going to say, when it lunges too far forward, it is going to lose its flight. As it just hits into the ground, scrapes along the floor, and is going to end up there. Okay.
Kashaw, you have advantage if you want to fuck this
Kashaw,
guy up now.
you're up.
Yeah, but there's a problem. I
What's the
don't have
problem?
anything particularly I have a crossbow.
You can. He can't see you. So what is he gonna do? Like you can back
yeah,
away 5 feet
it's
and then
advantage,
shoot him.
disadvantage. Fuck it. Fuck it. I shoot him with a crossbow.
Okay. What's it for?
Point blank.
You can step away and then shoot him.
Oh, yeah. I guess I could.
Because you can see the
I'll do
creature,
that.
you know where to step away, and he can't see you.
Okay.
You move the darkness with you, you step away and shoot him at advantage.
Okay.
Okay. What's it for me? Definitely.
Close to a crit, but
Roll
I
damage.
mean, I'm gonna roll for that crit though. See
You
if I can
better.
get it.
Let's go.
Good point, actually. Go ahead.
Nope, I'll take the 25.
Yeah, we'll take 25. We take these W's around here. Crossbow him in the butt.
6 points of
6
damage.
points of damage.
And that is a magical weapon, isn't it?
Correct. It's a +1 crossbow, yep.
Okay.
I will have stepped towards those arrows.
Okay.
Yep,
Oh, yeah.
right there.
And the darkness moves with him. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so
Still in the darkness, though.
unfortunately you can't see the effect of the hit, but you hear it in the darkness as you see his entire form kind of twitch to one side, obviously hit pretty badly, and actually you hear the audience begin to die down of excitement as you are just fighting in the sphere of darkness so they can't see anything.
Gotta
Speak-
love
Gotta
it.
win.
Maverick, anything else?
Yep.
Not Maverick, sorry. Sure. Anything else, or is it your turn?
That's my turn.
Okay, Maverick, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna swing at advantage because I can see him.
Okay. In the darkness, you bring Purify through.
Thank God it's with
it for
advantage
me.
because I was a nat 4. Let's roll it again. That is a 21.
Roll to hit for me. No, roll damage for me,
Roll.
sorry.
9 magical
9
slashing.
damage. Okay. Okay. So your turn?
Is Echo concentration? Ha, it is not. I'll make an Echo that's in between Kashaw and the Gargoyle
Here?
as a
Or
bonus
here?
action. Yep. Yeah, right there. So we're
Okay.
kind of like pincered.
Okay. Let me just get your echo effect back. There you go. Okay, so again, you
He'll-
slice across. You feel your sword just glide through the stone like butter, as you get him straight from the shoulder to the hip. You bounce off at the end, and you use the magical energy from a swipe to make another echo, protecting Kishore further. Is that your turn?
That is all my turn. My eyes are glowing seeing through this, and it like after probably like by the time combat's over, you'd probably see that I'm bleeding from my eyes a bit because seeing through magical darkness
Okay.
hurts.
The gargoyle is gonna do what the gargoyle can do, and he's gonna fly 10 feet up in the air.
Opportunity attack at advantage.
Yep. Because at this
Thank God
point,
it's at advantage. I was a nat 4.
the gargoyle figures the only way to get out of here is by flying very quickly rather than sticking to die.
Oh, do I roll the d8? Yep.
Can I roll the d8?
will. Yep. Never mind. He gets away, actually.
Okay, so you just swing. Yeah, as he flies into the air and begins to hightail it, you just catch the end of his gargoyle tail, and you see a large stone hook just fall to the floor as you hear a screech above you. The gargoyle is gonna hightail it out of her, approximately going all the way over there. Okay, and it's the gargoyle's turn. Sure, what do you wish to do?
I am going to untie the dagger from my belt.
Okay.
And drop it in this space.
Yep, and drop it in the space right in front of me.
That's
so,
why I had it on your belt, so you can do a quick release.
So Maverick can use it as he needs. I can't really do much anything else. Vicious Mockery relies on me seeing things. I can't do anything.
Okay.
I'll ready in. Oh, that's my action.
Hold an
I'll
action.
reload my crossbow.
Okay. Is that the entirety of your turn?
Yep.
Okay.
Drop a dagger and reload.
Chink towards the floor, and a smooth movement, you reload your crossbow, ready to go again. Maverick, you see the gargoyle go fly across as you seem to have sliced his tail somewhat.
Go to the edge of the darkness. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast at advantage from the darkness.
Okay, that's it for me.
Alright. Thank God it's at advantage. This is the 4th nat 4 with my advantage. That is the 5th nat 4. I'm just letting you know that.
That is awful. 2 nat 4s in a row as you fire an Eldritch Blast across, but the gargoyle sees it coming and dodges to the side. The Eldritch Blast actually blasts a hole in the rope because you're kind of firing upwards at an arc. It blasts a hole in the rope. You hear kind of a in the crowd as there's a in the distance, and some people have to part ways as you hit into the stadium.
Bonus action, recast the echo 15 feet in front of me. I'll move them if I have control over them. I do.
Yeah.
5, 10. Yep.
Okay.
The particle effects. So yeah, I'm still in the darkness, but the only thing that emerges from the darkness is this echo.
Okay.
That is my turn. I want us to stay concealed in darkness for now.
Okay.
Until
He's
I
gonna go
drop
straight
it.
down here and go to attack your echo. At this point, as he goes, oh no, 150 feet, jeez, 5 feet. As the gargoyle swoops on its wings to go and attack your echo, you see actually the crowd begin to cheer for the gargoyle because it seems to be the underdog in this fight. But it's gonna go for 2 attacks, normal attacks this time.
2 normal attacks. AC 17.
First one isn't a hit. Second one with the claws. 2 natural 5s in a row. None of them hit. As slice down and go for a bite. None of them hit as your echo just fights it off. The gargoyle is getting visibly annoyed at this point, and it really cannot do much. So that is all it's going to do. Sure.
All right, I'm going to, with my reloaded crossbow, run out of the darkness,
Okay.
just to the edge of it.
Do you mean over here?
Yep.
Okay.
As soon as I come out, I do that cowboy shit, shoot from the hip, shoot my crossbow.
Okay. What's hit for me?
Oh my god, it is 30 feet. It can't be more than 30 feet. The dagger's right there.
Natural
That's
20.
a crit.
Roll a D100 for me.
Yes, good shot.
The luck you guys are having.
Yes, after
Amazing.
my 5 nat 4s in a row, do we want to talk about that at all? 86, that's really good. That's pretty good, I think, hopefully.
You knock your target to the floor, they become prone as well. Roll damage for me.
Prone?
That's 2d8, right?
It will be, yeah.
They're now prone. Knocked out of the sky, fall prone. That's fucking great.
12 points of damage.
Sure, as you emerge from the darkness, like the best Western shooter you have ever seen, just shoot from the hip, the bolt goes flying across the air elegantly, just missing Maverick's echo. How would you want to do this?
Oh. Yes!
Oh, yes, good shot. Kill 2 in a row.
So 100%, this is going to be classic Red Dead Redemption Deadeye moment where I just come sliding out this smoke trail and I pull up, straight shot through the head, and I spin the crossbow and holster it.
Do you do the prestidigitation to make puffs of smoke come off the top stage so you can blow it off? First?
Absolutely, I do.
Yeah!
You emerge from the darkness like a bat out of hell, just in one smooth motion. The bolt travels across. The gargoyle comes for another attack on Maverick's echo, but as it does so, the crossbow bolt enters just in its forehead, which exits out the back, causing just clumps of stone to go flying everywhere, clattering along the floor. The entire body just disintegrates into crimson energy, just nothing more than carved stone onto the floor. The entire crowd sees this and kind of just goes, oh, as you just twist it, blow the smoke, put it back in the holster, and I kind of go, yeah! As for see that. Because that was really the only part of the fight they fully saw, and they just go wild seeing this.
At this moment, my echo pops, my darkness pops, and I'm from the darkness. I'm right next to Kashaw to fist bump him.
Yep.
Just
Boom.
everything vanishes magically and fist bump.
Okay. Well, that brings the end of the gargoyle. You see the announcer going back up. Well, what a start to our round 2. Brave, very brave. Now back to the barracks with you. Round of applause from the crowd. You see people again begin to cheer you on. as you prepare to go back into the barracks to get a few minutes of rest.
Yeah, so at this point, we're almost at 4:30, and I do need to go.
Okay.
But
Okay.
we should probably be like, yeah, that was amazing, Maverick. That was absolutely astounding. We should probably have our full group for the final fight, don't you think?
If we can wrangle them up together.
I mean,
They are paid for, after all.
we have a few minutes. We got the time.
Maybe. Would be nice to have them all here for this one.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, don't mind me. I love palling around with you, man. I want to win. I really want to
Absolutely.
win.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
you head back into the barracks. I assume you kind of try and persuade a guard to let you get back up to go and find the rest of your team.
Yeah, but first I gotta, you know, shit-eating grin my way, and I'm
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
He turns.
just like, huh. I look at my crossbow as I hold it up, and like, you know, last time I checked, this doesn't count as magic. I guess skill really does outshine, doesn't it? And I
You both
holster it again.
fight like a coward, hiding in magical darkness. That's not a fair fight.
A war's not about being fair. War's about winning.
This is not a war, it is a fighting arena. For the spectacle. You are bad sports, both of you.
Yeah, well,
the
maybe
crowd
you'll get
cheering
yours.
would lead me to disbelieve that we're failing the spectacle. By the sounds of the cheers, we're putting on a really wonderful show.
They cheered more for me.
Of course, you were out there while they were cheering. We could hear from in here. Don't you worry. I'm sure you'll do fine on your next bout.
The Dragonborn twists his head and kind of gets closer to you. His mouth opens and you see sharpened teeth, and you see a ball of cold energy circulating in the back of his mouth. His frosty breath begins to
ahead.
wisp out.
Disqualify yourself right now. Prove the point.
You see his nose curl up. His eyebrows go dark.
One day.
Turns. Goes back to sit with the rest of his group.
Bitch.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Whew. With that, we're going to end tonight's session before the final fight. If this was a gargoyle, just imagine what the final fight will be. Anyway, as always,
Lucky crits on our end, though.
crits, constant lucky crits, and terrible rolls on my half, to be fair.
Listen.
I
we walked away. We walked away with 4 hit points.
Yeah.
Fair
But
enough.
our utilities are running dry.
Yeah. No, I got 1 spell slot.
And the fights are only getting harder. Anyway, as always, a huge thank you for watching. Make sure you go follow us on Twitter and Instagram at DragonsofRT, and make sure you go and show us love on our various social media. We hope you enjoyed this session. It was definitely an interesting one. I mean, props to the players for making it interesting. We're only 2 characters here, and then dominating in the fights. That is amazing work on my behalf, so
I'm
Go and
so
sh-
glad
show
I
them
took
some of this
Echo
one.
Knight. It's so good.
Echo Knight is good. It is very good indeed. But apart from that, we hope you have an amazing, amazing week. Make sure you stay safe, and we'll see you next week back here in an episode of the Roundtable, where we're going to see what the final fight has in store for the party, or as we should call them, the Radiant Rebellion.
Oh, I like that one a little bit better. But now Radiant Resistance is fine too.
Resistance, damn. I still have to get
We'll
that in here.
We'll work
It's
on
a play on word. It's a play on words because Azamar has resistance to radiant damage and
I like it.
radiant
I like it.
resistant. The radiant resistance.
All right.
Yeah, so send your fan art of a Radiant Resistance in to our Dragons of RT, and we'll make sure to plaster that all over every battle map in the future as posters. Merchandising. Anyway,
Yes.
we'll see you very soon. Stay safe. Bye-bye.
All right. See you around.
the strangest feeling to know what to believe in. Cause every time you touch me, I can't control my body. Oh, baby, you are on my mind. All I think about, and I don't wanna stop. I don't wanna stop. Could you come closer to me? I just can't resist you. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. I am stuck in a dreaming. I can't help what I'm feeling. I don't know if I'm breathing when you are with me. My heart is beating. I am stuck in a dreaming. I can't help what I'm feeling. I don't know if I'm breathing when you are with me. My heart is beating. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. Getting into you. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. Getting into you. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. Getting into you. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. Getting into you. It's like we're in a movie. I don't know how you do it. Oh, I look into your eyes and everything is different. Baby, you are on my mind. All I think about, and I don't wanna stop. I don't wanna stop. Could you come closer to me? I just can't resist you. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. I am stuck in a dreaming. I can't help what I'm feeling. I don't know if I'm breathing when you are with me. My heart is beating. I am stuck in a dreaming. I can't help what I'm feeling. I don't know if I'm breathing when you are with me. My heart is beating. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. Getting into you. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. Getting into you. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. Getting into you. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. Getting into you. Baby, you are on my mind. I can't control my body. Can't control my body. Body, 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 body. I am stuck in a dreaming. I can't